It's
purple circle.
it's the washing machine.
Oh, I see.
Okay, we
The
are
washing
now.
machine
Okay,
that possessed me.
we're live. We did it. We're here.
Yay!
Okay, it happened.
It's so quiet.
I know. Give me a second. I forgot the thing. Where's the? There it is. Let me stop that. Play it. There we go. Now that's going and. Boop.
There we go.
Good day, everybody.
Yo,
Okay.
good day indeed.
Hello.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
I don't actually know how to open this one.
Well, I guess. So normally there'd be Heroes of Conton City, but we finished season 1.
Yep.
So now we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have a discussion between ourselves, kind of how certain things may have come to be, what we thought about it, what we liked, what we might improve on in future, and then we'll get into some submitted questions from you guys. We have a lot.
We have a lot more than we expected.
Yeah, it turns
Yes.
out.
Also, Cody does not have a light up icon today because he's still in the same room as me. So.
Yep.
Because he died.
He died again.
Once again.
His ghost is up there next to the title.
Yeah.
That was all I could do.
Whip Cody.
It'll just be really funny
Yeah.
because Cody will talk, but Celery's icon will light up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought about that.
It happens.
There's the what? There's nothing I can do about that.
Canonically, she doesn't have a voice. It can be anything.
That's true. Wait,
That's true.
she could sound like Gilbert Gottfried for all we know.
me, Celery. How you doing
We have no idea. I have no idea.
God, can you imagine?
That's such a funny thought.
I hope it's not that. Usually I ask, like, how has it been since we've last gotten together?
It's true.
How you been?
Good.
Been good. Been a pretty steady week. Gotten a lot of cool stuff done. Getting the office situated and went to do some shopping yesterday. Came away with a lot of cool books, and yeah. So yesterday was fun. Found a new restaurant that I like.
Ooh.
Oh, that's adorable. Oh my
The
god.
art. I'm scaling over here about art.
Oh yeah, these new arts that we're seeing today are adorable.
It's cute.
That's
Very.
adorable.
And one more hug, arts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So precious.
That's adorable. Oh my god.
It's
That
a,
is so
He got a flower too. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
it's a special flower for V.
Best.
Yeah, it is a flower called the Genshin, which is also called the Flower of Victory, and it happens to be the same color as your coat.
Hey, how about that?
It was meant to be.
It was meant
My
to
God.
be. Google was kind to me on my research.
What a surprise.
Mm-hmm. But I thought that'd be cute.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I've been. How you doing, gang?
Sounds like a good haul. I'm tired in a good way. I've had a lot of projects to do, so I am pleasantly tired.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've been being kept busy at home, but things are mostly starting to settle in now, which is nice. This week has been a little frantic, but week's over, so and going into next week, I'm excited to be calming things down a bit. I think.
Nice.
I'm gonna get into a new groove.
Yeah.
How have you been, Auntie?
I've been okay. Not really much is going on in my life. I saw a Kinky Boot on Friday. That's a fun fact about me.
A what?
You saw what?
Kinky Boots, the musical.
Yo.
Oh.
Why did we
Yeah,
lean
it
in?
was so good.
Nice. Okay, I only know a couple songs from that show, but they're very good. I need to see it
It's-
myself.
Oh my god, Cody, it's so good. I totally didn't cry.
That one's written by what's her name? Cyndi Lauper, isn't it?
Yeah, Cyndi Lauper did all the music for it.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Which she had a couple hit songs back in the 80s, and then she made a
Back in the
musical.
day.
And she made a
The
musical.
music is so good, though.
And
Like
that's all she wrote.
it is very Cyndi Lauper, but also very Broadway, so it works in both ways.
Nice.
Sweet.
I need to see that one. Glad to hear it is good.
Yeah, it was fantastic. The entire audience was like screaming at parts. It
Oh,
was
hell yes.
insane.
Good gas.
Is the music in okay volume on the stream? It looks a little loud, but I don't know.
I can check.
Anyone out there, is the music good? Is the mix okay?
It's very light in our ears, but it's not the same on stream.
It seems fine to me.
Well, and Cody and I have to like kind of remember to lean into the mic. Also,
Yeah, a
when
little bit.
when we couldn't hear Auntie, we both leaned in like we weren't wearing headphones. I don't know. Okay, music is fine. Thank you, Joel. Also, hi, Joel.
Hey, bud, thank you.
Oh, Joel.
Yeah. I guess we should get into the questions because there's way more than we expected.
Yeah, I'll say.
Okay. Yeah, did we want to do questions first, or is there anything we wanted to discuss about, like, stuff in general?
Oh yeah. was
Well, I figured maybe the questions, just because some of them might actually be things that we're going to talk about anyway.
That's fair.
bit. Was there anything quick anyone wanted to just say about the show, like favorite moments or some? Or
I have a
like,
question
I
for
think that
you,
is one of the
Cody,
questions.
That's fair.
which
Oh.
is,
Oh.
as your kind of debut as a DM architect, what was the experience like for you starting out, and like how did you feel about it towards the end, I guess?
Surprisingly, I think for me, that was like it was a really rewarding experience. It was a really fun one. Like I was definitely tense starting because GMing is like always such a very intimidating prospect when you're doing something like this, because it puts a lot of weight on your shoulder. Ooh, excuse me. Soda for brekkie.
For brekkie.
But I mean, I had the benefit of working within the realms of the show. But having that, or like getting there eventually, like I very much got the hang of it, or at least I feel like I did. I got into my groove, and it ended up being like, it's wildly rewarding to actually get to set all this stuff up and see people go through it and see them liking it. It feels really nice.
Heck yeah.
I'm glad.
It is definitely a little stressful for a guy like me who's not good at planning and procrastinates very often. So it becomes a bit of a case of just like, oh god, what happens this time? And heightened a little bit with this game not really having too many like ready-made enemies. Like there's no monster manual for this game, that's for damn sure.
That does put in. It makes you put
Yeah.
in more work, but they're
Definitely
getting
means-
better at that. I felt like it's also a good system that it was your first time with, because I don't know. I think I would feel less stressed knowing that even if I fuck up, well, the system is in the process of being built.
There's a bit of that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just wanted,
Right.
just wanted to scoot in a little more. There we go.
But yeah, I'll say like, turns out, GMing a game is very fun and really cool to do. So yeah, I'm happy that I actually took the plunge.
Nice. It is, I would say, a uniquely rewarding experience, because you're right, there is a lot of stress in the prep and the, oh god, I hope they like this.
Oh yeah.
But then they
Yeah.
like it, and you're like, oh, thank God. And
Oh,
then you feel
sweet.
really good about it.
Oh yeah.
And this isn't always the case, but choosing who your players are
Yeah.
can
Yes.
really affect how your first DMing session can go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had to be very selective when I started DMing. Because I love my friends, but some of them are like not fun to play with, or
Yeah.
like they're fun to play with, but I've seen other DMs in our groups that like want to pull their hair out.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's an old saying that, like, not every player works for every table, and that may not necessarily mean because they're bad. Like they're like
Mhm.
it's not a slight against the person. It just may
No.
depend on what that player is looking for. So
I
you may
think-
have someone who's like really interested in like the role play and the story of the game, and you may have someone who's just there for bits. These two will not get
Oh my
along
God.
usually.
God,
Yeah.
yes.
That doesn't mean one is better than the other. It just means you have to have the right table for it.
Yes.
Have you seen the like 44 shitty rules that some DM
Yes,
posted?
the
God.
shit
Oh my
bonkers. Oh my
Christ.
god.
I saw what was it? Levels.
Oh yeah,
Level
so
3
I guess
to
for
XP or
clarification,
something?
there's a post that's been making the rounds on social of some guy who said, "All right, so my DM sent us the new 44 rules for D&D,
44.
and I'm just gonna leave
44.
this here." And they're fucking wild. It's like if you are, it's like I can't remember. It's like if you're so late, I have every right to like kill off your character or something. And it's
Oh
like,
my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah, if you show up late, I don't know. They take some kind of
yeah, there's
penalty.
a penalty if you
and
accidentally
if you're
show up
even
late.
if you're even more late, or what was it? If you don't like their ruling on something, then they will just get up and walk out.
And if
Yeah.
they
Oh
were
my
your ride,
God.
if they were your ride to the place, good luck getting another ride.
Yeah, they literally said "fuck you."
Like it's
It's wild.
bananas.
Like,
This guy sucks.
The first 14 rules make the game unplayable,
Yes, completely.
and there are 44.
And there are 44.
of these fuckers.
Anyway.
So anyway,
Yeah, I'll say
thank you
I'm
for not being that guy, Cody.
yeah. I'm glad I could help. Very happy with the team I had for this one because yeah, you guys all made playing this very like easy and fun to manage for a first timer. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, low stress,
Oh, sure.
hopefully. Oh, this is. Oh, this is wild. Thank you for context.
Oh, you found it. Yeah, have fun reading
There
through
you
that
go.
one as your brain starts to leak down your spine.
I think level like XP to level 3 or whatever the YouTube channel, like he just did a video where he was reviewing them and he had to stop in the 20s because he was like, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I
But-
saw that. It was wild.
That is a very good video though.
Nice. Yeah. Anything else we wanna talk about before we get into questions proper? I was just very curious about Cody's experience.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
any of you three had anything specific you wanted to ask, I tried to think of something for you guys, but I'll be honest, I came up short.
It's fine. I'm
alright.
fine. Anything that I could think of, I'm fine waiting until after the questions.
Okay.
Okay.
If we had like 10, then I'd be like, sure, let me go on for the next half hour.
Yeah, but turns
We
out
do have a lot.
No, and
Turns out
We do have a lot.
not ungrateful. I'm very happy that we have so many questions.
Yeah, which one of you did that?
What did
Just-
I have to believe it's not one
well,
person.
no, not one. But
No, it's
we'll-
definitely more than one
Which
person.
one?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Which few of you assholes actually supported us?
yeah.
Bastards.
So I wonder if I can sort these because the very first, like,
Mhm.
somehow our order is such that like the very first question is kind of funny. I guess we'll just go in order and we'll let it rock.
Yeah. V has
I'm
all the
overthinking it
questions,
as
so
I
he has
do.
to read them.
Yeah, he's the master
Alright.
of the Google Doc.
Yeah, I am the master of the document. So our first question. Also, I don't have names for senders. I thought I think I added
No.
that as an optional box, and I don't know if everyone
I
filled
think-
it out. But anyway,
I think it said email and names and stuff were removed.
okay, yeah. So I don't have submission names. If we read your questions, thank you for sending it.
Let us know.
So the first question is, what is V's favorite dance move?
I think
I
the
was
first
not
question is does V dance?
I never imagined him as a dancer, so it's kind of hard. But I want to like tongue in cheek say the robot.
Very good. Very good.
It makes
Otherwise,
I mean, Joel did make that GIF in the intro of him breakdancing, so
I
there's
think that
there is the
did.
breakdance.
maybe that's why it was brought up.
Maybe.
It'd be cool to see these three in a club.
It would be. The thing is, I don't think he has the acrobatics for that. He's a little too. He's athletic, but he's not acrobatic.
V would be a bit of an awkward dancer, I feel.
You don't have the acrobatics. Celery doesn't have the charisma.
Nice. All right. Second question. Okay, since a lot of talents and abilities changed between 0.8, 0.3, such as V's interpose, what sort of talents or abilities are you all considering taking?
Yes.
So
Good question.
the thing is, for me, I haven't had a chance to look over 0.9 yet, so I don't really have a good answer for this. I
Yeah,
don't know.
neither have I, to be honest.
I mean, I can try to look up some talents, but I don't remember where they are.
I think
Oh,
that'll
there they
be a
are.
lot
Got
easier
it.
to answer like once we build out the sheets,
Yeah.
because that's when we'll actively be updating stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, is the initiative
Talents.
celery will most likely still have alert and improved initiative, even though it will change. Yeah, I think
Where
it only
is
changed.
talents?
I think it only changed
guess-
a little bit. She will probably still have those two.
On the new website, it's under the player dropdown.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay.
And then there's lightning initiative. Oh baby.
Oh.
Oh baby.
Lightning
Oh,
initiative.
baby.
Lightning quick and ever ready. You have your opening move for a fight planned
Before the fight even starts.
You have to have improved initiative and an agility score of 8 or higher. I think
Easily.
covered.
Easily. Yeah. Increase your impulse saves by 1. That's not even necessary. Once the initiative order is decided at the start of combat, if you have initiative advantage, gain an additional action. Okay, so now I
Ooh.
only get the 4th action if I have lightning initiative.
Okay, that we can handle.
There we go.
I
There
That's
are,
actually
okay,
pretty
so there
cool.
are definitely like different categories in here too, because there's a whole one called teamwork talents, which may actually work well.
I'm waiting to look into those.
I'm
Oh,
looking.
nice. There we are.
Taunt
Flexible
talents.
flanker. Supporting defender is a pretty good one. Supporting defender, able to create openings in your opponent's attacks. You provide perfect defensive support for your allies.
Literally describes V.
That's literally it.
I feel like
if
I'm,
you are within
I'm,
melee range of an opponent,
I'm prob-
increase all of your allies' dodge rolls or strike rolls with using the parry effect.
you
of
parry all the
defend
time.
maneuver.
That's true.
I'm probably flexible flanker. If an ally is within melee range of an opponent, increase all of your strike and wound rolls made against that opponent by 1 and 2 respectively.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Holy-
god.
Good God.
Okay, yeah, so there's definitely there's a lot to look through here.
Yeah, there's also a
Damn.
lot of like from the ground up reworking to the rules of the game that I'm
Yeah.
already seeing present in these descriptions.
Yeah.
So like there is a lot to relearn, but this is all
Yeah.
really cool.
In short, it looks like, I mean, teamwork talents is something we're going to look at more. And personally, I'm still going to be looking at initiative talents.
Which is fair.
Maybe grappling talents.
I'm curious. I'm really
You
curious
wanna
to
look
see
at
how they rework.
Vanguard manifested. Ooh, what the heck is that?
No, now we're all just looking
Oh.
at talent.
Let's see.
Yeah, this could go on forever. I just wanted to see if I could find that one.
I didn't even read this. I imagine V doing the Rick Astley dance.
Yes.
V may want to check out the Vanguard. Yep, Manifest Power. Remember that you get more talents in this update. You get 4 at PL1 for free.
God.
Whoa.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh God.
Incredible.
Man, I won't be surprised if the team gets terrifying teamwork manifested from adversaries. Oh, Vanguard is a good one.
Right.
So Vanguard.
What? Out of curiosity, what category is Vanguard under?
So he said it's a manifested power, so that's actually a transformation. That's
Yeah.
one of the new.
Oh.
That's one of the new transformations. That would be in a different drop down, I imagine.
Oh,
see, manifested
shit.
powers
All the
and
transformation
erased.
talents require a lot of personality.
Oh, there's also transformation talents now. Christ.
I don't have
Oh, boy.
personality. Like, I have none. Cody, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Celery does no personality.
Well, we'll
Vanguard, there it is.
remake the characters from scratch.
We'll
if we
see.
if we need to change up their stat lines, then we can.
We might.
I mean, there's always the option of not following transformations or not taking any.
But I
But
want to.
I know who.
I also
You can
want
still- you can
to.
You could still take transformation. You just won't get a. You won't be able to get a talent for it
That's true.
if your personality modifier is not.
And we'll get several levels before
There's so many
transformation.
channels.
We'll get several levels before we transform, so like you can always put more points into your
Yeah.
personality as we go along
True.
with those character attributes.
I think you can only put 2 attributes for a transformation when you first create one until you level up. So I've already looked at it, and I've already looked at what I will probably get, but neither here nor there. Anyway, yeah, short answer. Those are the talents we're now going to be looking at.
We're gonna look through them all and figure out how the new build's gonna
Short
go.
answer, a lot.
A lot.
I just discovered one, and it might have been this.
Oh,
Only just now found, but it's called Yoink, and I just really like that.
Yoink. I love that.
What is this Looney Tunes thing?
You know how to slyly take anything unattended, startling foes.
Oh
So-
my god.
It's just this feeling.
It's
Power.
just sleight of hand.
I
amazing.
guess.
It's sleight of hand, but you throw off their groove.
Nice, okay.
Okay, weird.
You
Alright.
can also take weapons possessed by another character that are not currently equipped.
We haven't dealt with an enemy
Oh.
that has a weapon yet.
It's true.
I don't think so.
I'm not
I-
saying I'm
I
taking
would say the
Yoink. I
robots,
just really
but
wanted
it's
to
built into
bring
them.
attention to the name of Yoink.
Yoink.
Because I
Yes.
really enjoy that one.
Well,
That is very good.
Hypothetically, what's that under?
Skills, I think? One second. Skill talent.
Skill talents.
Yeah.
Skill
Oh, okay.
talents.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
Practice.
Hypothetically.
Mm.
I
Oh
just
my
like
God, I could
hypothetically.
really
What is
use
that under?
practiced.
Oh, yes.
I could really use something like practiced.
Cool.
That's where the
Next
poses are.
question.
Team
Yes.
pose.
Yes, next question. What do we got?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Is there more backstory for the players coming? Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I don't know, Cody.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, y'all are pretty. Oh, y'all are live pretty early. No, this is what we've been.
It's normal time.
It's been a long time since Strong Boy's been around.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Oh,
But
I see.
we have been streaming at noon Eastern time for a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah.
But anyway,
In the next seasons, however far this goes, yeah, there's definitely going to be inclusions of the characters' backstories and like what we do with that. So there's definitely going to be more of that in the future. And I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, we
yeah.
we talked about that briefly, I think last time, and we got. I think season 1 was more building like what our lives are like, and what are the people that we talk to, and what is the strife we're about to deal with. And we only got to sprinkle in a little bit of our histories, but I think it's perfect that way because now it's like, okay, well, let's open it up. Like, what can of worms are we cracking open next chapter?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited for it.
Same.
God, yes.
Pumped.
Fucking pumped.
Let's get pumped.
Let's get pumped.
Right.
Next question. What are your characters and your actual player favorite color?
Oh, so what
So-
is like Celery, Prince, and V's favorite color, and what do we think NPC's favorite colors are?
No, I think what's then your personal
oh,
favorite
hang on.
color?
Oh, okay.
Oh no, hang on. I read that wrong. What's your character's favorite colors? Heroes and NPCs. Okay, so yes.
Oh, heroes and NPCs.
Yeah, it explicitly says heroes and NPCs. So.
Okay, so
So I'm gonna have to answer quite a few of those, aren't I?
only if you want to.
And if there's any
Cody,
top
I
of
would-
mind that are like kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
I would choose like a handful. You don't have to go through every single one.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
so
V,
celery.
What's your favorite color?
Oh, V's okay. I mean, mine is blue. Me personally, blue. But V's himself. I mean, I was probably also thinking blue, but I'm trying to figure out if it's actually that just because of the coat, or
I get that.
if it's something else.
Hmm.
I had not considered this.
I know, right?
I imagine blue or red. Really, that's it.
Blue or red? I actually think his favorite color probably would be red because it's a
Yeah.
lot more intense.
He's
I
got
think
a-
the code
he's got-
is more of a sentimental item, so he keeps it. But I think his actual favorite color is red.
Haha! Aha! I knew it.
Aha.
Aha.
So,
I don't know, I
Celery.
just had a feeling.
You're in the hot seat now.
What would Celery's favorite color be? I'm holding a mug that has like 18 colors on it.
Do you forget what colors are?
No,
You're
it's,
like, this one.
no, I just like I wonder what my favorite is. And it's like, well, I have so many in my hand right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get it now.
That's actually harder to pin down because I didn't think about that. I want to say sky blue, and that's why she has the neckerchief, but that's also like her aura color. It's probably sky blue. I'm gonna go with that.
Nice.
Fair choice.
That's why she has that.
That
Nice.
makes sense.
How about Prince, Auntie?
Prince's favorite colors are either like the red of his rose or probably the gold of his scarf.
Ooh,
Oh.
gold. Good
Ooh,
choice.
nice.
Those
Yeah.
are both great colors. I'm
And my
biased.
favorite color is black because I'm an edgy motherfucker.
Your favorite color is what?
Is black.
Black.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, black is always stylish.
It's true.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I can swear now.
We're out
I
of
can
character.
swear now.
There's no Prince, only Auntie. Any particular NPCs that you could think of
It's
right
Pato.
offhand, Cody?
What's Pato's favorite color?
Pato, yeah.
Pato?
Okay.
Pato. Probably red for similar reasons. Like he gives a very
Like bright red or like maroon red? Like blood red.
bright red, we'll say.
Okay.
A big flashy bright red color.
See, you guys have so much in common.
Oh my god.
Aw, they're besties.
I can probably
Blood.
blood.
Blood
I
red.
can probably say the siblings at least.
Yeah, Cinemo and Boone.
Say Cinemo's is. See, I kind of want to say blue as well because that's also my favorite color. But I think Cinemo might actually say something like purple.
Ooh,
Yeah, a bit of that regal look.
heck yeah.
See it. I can see it.
And we'll say Boone's favorites. I think her favorite would be green.
I had a feeling,
No.
but probably because she wears a green shirt.
That's true.
But also her mom's eyes are green.
There is that.
Aww.
Aw.
I think that might have something to do with it, yeah.
It could be.
That's so
stuff in the
sweet.
dark.
That's so sweet.
Caracal.
Ooh, Kara. Did I ever? No, I didn't. I just said she likes butterflies, and butterflies come in hundreds of colors.
Yeah, but she likes to wear a
All
black
of
dress
them?
and
All
look
of
like.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could say all of them for Caracal. Like Caracal feels like the person that would be like, I can't choose one because the other colors might get sad.
I actually think she has that outlook on it, yeah. She can't pick a favorite color. There's too many that are too pretty.
Fantastic.
The rainbow, the entire rainbow.
Nice. Okay. I like it.
We don't have to do
think-
every NPC.
I think I was gonna say I think that's a good spot to continue.
Cause the coffee crew, it's not really fair for you to answer.
Yeah.
The coffee
More-
crew
Oh, you know
is
what, you know what?
brown all around.
Espresso's favorite color is like dirt brown, close to black.
That tracks.
Nice.
There he is.
Mocha's is a light yellow and lattes is a dark brown.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Hell yeah. I feel that.
I love
yeah.
Frapp's the only one with like not brown colored hair.
Yeah. kind of went the other way on that one.
Sky blue. No, I like it.
That was actually fun.
Yeah. It's fun to think about your characters like that. You get to hack their brain, not just your own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is our next question?
Our next question is: what is your favorite moment involving your character so far? or
Oh,
character.
Shit.
I gotta get that one.
Oh,
Yup.
shit.
Shit.
That's hard.
Does anyone have one immediately while the others sit?
I'll go ahead and say beam clashing with Raditz was pretty tight. Even if V lost that beam clash, the fact that I got to do it was very cool. It was also
really
an
cool.
excellent way to like introduce the mechanic because we kind of knew that it was a thing, and then he said, "Oh, you think you're hot shit, kid," and double Sundayed my ass. But it was intense, and it was such a hype moment that I think that's probably one of my favorites.
And
I can dig it.
And a really fun edit on Heroes of Conton City highlights.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Joel went wild on that one.
Holt always goes.
I'm going to change the music. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to
my
think if
favorite
there's any
song,
others.
DJ. All
that
right.
are-
And now that you think, I think, if we're talking about encounters specifically, I remember.
It doesn't have to be an encounter. It's just it can be any moment. But yeah.
Then there's so many little moments that I really like collectively, but there's 3 solid moments. One, I remember feeling really proud when Celery crit twice on the last Cyberman in our first mission,
Yes.
and she just
Ooh.
crushed him into the ground. I was like, yes!
Yes.
I don't know, that just felt nice.
I mean, that was exciting.
At the other one out of combat, the only time she ever entered Fury and obliterated Raditz.
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing. And then outside of combat, I liked Celery introducing meditation as a group activity instead of doing it on her own.
Oh, that is very good.
That was really good.
That was one of my personal favorite moments as a GM, because that was one of the first times I got that moment of just like, oh, okay, they kind of have this. They kind of have this on their own sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have to. That was one of those freeing moments where I realized, like, yeah, not everything has to be my job. Sometimes the players will just do their own thing, and it's amazing.
Yeah, we're creative.
You don't always have to drive the bus. Sometimes the bus will drive itself.
Exactly.
I did have a couple
Oh,
of.
go ahead, sorry.
All right, no, you get yours out.
No.
first,
Go ahead.
Andy.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I had 2 other ones, which was beating Pato in the tournament because that was such a fucking tough fight.
Yeah.
And, clinching that win felt so good.
That was
And
fun.
the other one was our day off out in the city, just going to the arcade and
That
fucking
was
around because
really
it was
fun.
a really interesting way to kind of just explore the regular environment and just kind of interact with people more casually. It was a very different vibe, and I think that the way it ended with us kind of just enjoying the night skyline was very cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a good
Nice.
moment because there's not.
Yeah, Auntie, you're good.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
I don't want to interrupt somebody again.
No.
No, go
Your
ahead.
turn.
Go ahead.
Yeah. My in combat, I really liked the first time I got to use my second my special technique, the Creo de Leon, because it felt really like a pivotal moment in Prince's character, because it's just exactly what I wanted for him.
Which
so
fight
I was
specifically?
really
Which fight specifically was that one?
oh
I'm
shoot.
trying to remember.
Yeah, it was. Oh, who is it against?
Was that against Nappa and Raditz?
Yes.
I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
That's right.
Because that's the first time you got to bring it out, and it was Prince. I mean, it's forming a bond, right?
Yeah, it's forming a bond.
Yeah. That was really cool. Such a
Yes.
such a great technique.
Yeah, so that was I really enjoyed it. Felt like I had really perfected how Prince was going to be in combat in that technique. And then, which I know really late in the season, but I'm never good at combat in role-play games, so. And out of character, I really liked the little moments of leading up into the big reveal about Pato, of like Prince and Pato talking to each other, and the Prince trying to get through to Pato, and then even though it was really sad, the end result of like how that kind of shifted into Pato's brain. I really enjoyed that kind of arc going through.
Yeah, that
was cool.
Really cool.
It was really cool. Can I actually say something on that whole movement, or like that whole effort with Pato in the story? I don't know if this will come up in a question later, but like that one was really pivotal because like in my mind, this might reflect poorly on me as a DM because like I feel like Pato was always going to be the final boss. Like that was gonna happen. There weren't a whole lot. There wasn't really going to be a way to talk him out of doing that, which I know some people say is like not what the DM should be doing. But I think what really counted there, or like what all your efforts with him affects, is probably going to be like his chance going forward. Because like if you didn't put in all that effort to try and show him there's a better way in his world outlook, then like there's a chance that like that ending was going to be a bit on the bleaker side.
Oh, I see.
I will say I feel like everything Prince did actually, it gave Pato's actions at the end even more what's the word? There was almost more to it. It wasn't just him lashing out as a Saiyan as it was probably written. Suddenly it was like now he's fighting what was supposed to be supportive words of another character. So that made me imagine his mindset was way more complex than just like
Angry Saiyan.
Yes.
Angry Saiyan.
I think that did a beautiful build up with Prince.
I agree, and I think I think you hang on. Let me figure out how to talk again.
I feel that.
I understand your concern with maybe that plot point feeling a bit forced because it was the plan regardless. But I think that I agree with Celery in that because we invested so much in trying to make him see it differently, the fight went from what was probably just going to be the Saiyans will be the strongest, yada yada, to Pato fighting against everything that he has been taught and believed in versus what the viewpoint that we have been trying to show him, that the world is trying to teach him, and he is torn between these two. So he is once and for all gonna find out what's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think.
So I think regardless of like, I think despite you locking him in as the end boss, no matter what, it would have worked either way. And I still really like the way that it developed because of Prince's investment, especially.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was on the rails, like you were forcing us into this plot line. It felt like it was still a natural progression of what was happening by our choice. Even if it was like the plan all along, it still felt like
it actually felt like our characters pushed him into doing it.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which, I mean, in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know at least.
If you gotta fight it out, you gotta fight it out. It's fine.
Otto was fighting the very concept of friendship.
Exactly.
Give in to the inevitable friendship.
Cool. Next question. This one's for you, Auntie.
I think I know this one.
Does Prince like uppies?
Yeah, I got a quick view of that one.
We're waiting.
I know, because he's like a 1,000-year-old being.
The world must know.
Like, if one of his friends picked him up, I don't think he'd enjoy it. I think he'd like it, but like he's not going up to like me going like uppies.
If you walk up and call it uppies, he's probably gonna get mad.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, but like if they picked him up to like help him reach something higher up, even though he can kind of fly, he's just not legally allowed to yet. Like that's one thing. Or even if like it just picked him up to hug him.
Oh,
But like, if you like, Prince, you want uppies? I don't think he'd like that.
I just picture Prince being like, "Don't patronize me."
I am
Like,
a god,
hundreds of
you
years
fool.
older than you.
I gotta say, in the hugging art, I imagine it's not Celery or V picking him up. It was Prince, like, kind of floating in the air and then, like, jumping on his friend.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, I wanted to make
Yeah.
sure that got that across.
Oh yeah, no, I
No, it
definitely
definitely
got
did. I just
definitely
was
did.
thinking
Now
about
that's
hugs
uppies.
when I said pick up. So
that. Now V is giving Celery uppies there.
Yeah.
it does Celery like uppies?
I mean, probably.
I mean, the plan in season 2 is to throw her, so I hope so.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
he
that's
fucking
right.
loves uppies.
Wait, can that be what the
Can that
attack
be
is
the name of
called?
our dual maneuver,
troll.
uppies?
Uppies equals German suplex.
Oh,
Oh
Okay.
god. Alright, what's the next one?
Okay, so the next one, we've kind of covered it, but if anyone wants to expound a little bit more, we can. It is, what was your favorite fight/combat encounter in the campaign and why?
Oh,
So,
we did kind of cover
We
that.
covered that a little bit. I'll kind of say that just my favorite encounter as a whole, because we talked about moments in those fights, but I'm
Yeah.
going to go just a level up and say the whole fight, I think, is in terms of like whole combat encounter, my favorite would probably be, I don't know, I think that first Raditz fight still takes it, because I think it was the first time we hit a wall where the enemy actually felt very competent and very dangerous.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of cool moments that came out of that. So
I think I'm inclined to agree that first Raditz fight was like a really fun one, even for me to be playing it with you guys. Like that one was a trip. Although I did really enjoy the Earthling Gauntlets. That was also pretty fun.
Yeah.
the Earthling Gauntlet was cool.
God, that was so good. That one has a lot of
And of
funny
course the
moments.
tournament.
Yeah.
Like I had the tournament. I want to say I'm kind of tied between Raditz and then the Raditz and Nappa fight. There were a lot of new things that we were figuring out. I think I personally, again, it's a bit selfish, but I liked the Nappa and Raditz fight because that's when, I think that was the first time she started intervening and deflecting attacks to protect her friends. Because usually that was V.
Yeah.
And she's busy punching, but you know, that fight got so intense that she's like, like, we don't have options. I either try to deflect this and get hit, or like, or Prince gets hit, because like V didn't have enough counters to jump in at the time.
Yeah.
And it was just a tougher fight. We threw a mountain at him. We threw a mountain at him. We got the jump on them, and then they actually shoved us back in a corner. And then just when we thought, you know, like shit, Raditz has us on the ropes, that was the fight that Celery almost got knocked out and then pushed into Fury. So
Yeah.
that's why I like that fight. But the first Raditz fight is really good too.
I will also say my runner-up fight goes to our first Nappa fight, where we actually just tricked him and then beat the shit out of him.
That was funny. That
Beat the
was.
shit out of
I
it.
cannot wait to see that in this next highlight video.
God, yeah.
So
It's
good.
so good.
It wasn't even
What about you?
close.
What about you, Auntie?
I really did enjoy the Raditz and Nappa.
That one was
Going
so
back
cool.
to my other, it was a great fight. The tournament in general, I know that's not a singular fight, but I really enjoyed the tournament arc.
As an
I think if I
entity.
had to pick one, maybe the Prince and Celery fight.
Really?
It was, yeah, it was a lot of like testing each other, and that was really fun to do.
I felt so shitty.
No, I mean, like, I sucked at it, but it was cool.
Okay.
I'm glad the tournament worked out well.
Oh
Yes.
god, I think another one of my, just because sometimes I just quote it because it makes me laugh so hard, is that when we were facing off against Raditz and the Cybermen, and then we're down to one Cyberman that's trying to run away, and Prince is like, "You're not protecting your friend," and shoots him in the back.
Oh my god. Okay. I have a really quick question because we did just get a new question submission while we were talking about this.
Oh,
Oh
hell.
my
We,
God.
we are not 10 questions in, and we're almost through the first hour. So
Oh my god. Okay.
Hey.
Wow.
We'll have
so
to figure this
either
out.
we're gonna have to accept that not all of these are getting answered, or I can put a timer on these, and we'll have like, I think 3 minutes is what it would have to be, between 3 and 4 minutes
We
to
can-
answer
we
each
can-
one.
We can try. I want to try to answer all three.
Okay.
Or sorry,
Okay.
I mean
So I'll
Try and answer
All
all
three.
of them.
There's way more than
all
three.
three
So
all three questions.
all three questions.
We'll see what we can do with that.
Thank
Maybe
you.
some of them are ones that are a little easier that we can
Yeah.
speed through.
That we
a bit
can kind of just
faster.
blast
Mhm.
through, yeah.
Yeah, try
Okay.
not to go so deep on all of them.
Okay, so let me just in case, so 60 seconds times, we'll say 4 minutes, 240. Okay. All right, I'll have a timer going just so that if we end up running a little long, I apologize in advance, but I may have to shuffle us forward.
Yeah.
That is
As we
fair.
go.
If I didn't have my other D&D session today, I would say
Keep going.
We could keep going for a bit, but I have 30 minutes in between both of these. So
Gotcha. Totally fair. We can always do like a part 2 if we need to.
if
too.
we need to, yeah.
Possible.
Okay.
But yeah,
All right.
let's go.
Let's go. All right, next question. There are a few aspects rules from this game that you never got to play around with in the Pato saga, either because they got added in the new update or they just were optional rules, or et cetera, et cetera. Are you going to be introducing one or more of these rules for the upcoming saga? For example, karma points, downtime, characteristics, fighting styles.
this feels like a Cody question.
Probably.
Some of those, yes. Downtime and karma points I do want to use more often or try to bring up. I need to look into the new ones. Karma points are pretty effective for everybody. Downtime is going to be a way that we can introduce new powers or concepts. The fighting styles is a really new one that I haven't had the chance to look into yet. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to add in more of that content as I can. A lot of season 1, of course, was trial by fire. Hopefully I can figure out more as time goes by. But yeah.
All right. I'd say that's a pretty solid answer. Next one. Oh, cool. Will we see our heroes use transformations in the next saga, and which transformations are you guys interested in obtaining, if any? So that is kind of at Cody's discretion, because he has said like we'll have to gain some levels before we get there. But I don't know, Cody, what are your thoughts on that?
So there are certain transformations that kick in at Tier of Power 2. So I am planning for you guys to get to start playing around with at least a few of them as we get into the next one. I don't know which specifically or how exactly to go about it. I want to sit down with each of you three one-on-one and ask like which ones would you be interested in gaining in the next season, knowing that they're going to be very limited. And how exactly would we like to go about introducing them? Because I want them to be, still be big surprising moments for the others and the audience.
Right.
So I'm going to be doing possibly a little bit of planning with each of you in a way that I hope isn't spoilering for yourselves, but we'll see on that one.
Yeah.
But yes, should expect to see transformations.
Cool. And so I guess real quick, we can each kind of, if there's one that we might be interested at Tier Power 2. What might those be? I'll start with you, Celery.
I mean, it's definitely gonna be monstrous form. I'm just deciding like what flavor that's gonna be. So
I think for V, the one I'm looking at for TOP2 is Overdrive.
yes.
Because it's very on brand, and I think it'd be a cool moment if we could hit that.
I thought that one didn't kick in until 3. Did they bring it down?
It might be a 0.9 change, but it says tier power requirement 2 and up.
Oh hell! All right then, that'll be interesting.
Is that under aspects?
No, it's under transformation,
Probably.
enhancement power, android.
Catalog and then enhancement power.
Thank
There we are.
you.
Overdrive.
Yeah, there's my boy.
Yeah, they moved it to tier power 2. Okay, that's interesting.
Hell yeah, God, that's gonna be insane.
What about you, Auntie?
I looked at it one time and I don't remember.
Cool.
That's all right.
If you want to know what
and
Prince is gonna
Prince's will be a
tune in
surprise.
next time.
Yeah.
I mean, not
All
next time.
right.
Don't tune. Tune in next time, but not
Don't
for
tune
that.
in next time.
Don't ever tune in again.
Wait.
I get. So this actually leads quite nicely into our next question. Will our heroes be at tier of power 2 when the next saga begins?
Yes is the plan. So you guys are you guys finished at level 3.
Oh.
And tier of power 2 doesn't kick in until 5.
Okay.
So we'll either be, we might be skipping over that one, or I was thinking maybe at some point before, this is an idea I had, maybe at some point before we officially begin season 2 or whatever, perhaps we can have a one-off session where you guys are level 4 and you can go take on that Vegeta quest.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
We can maybe do something like that, where we have like a 1 or 2 quick session thing to fight Vegeta, and then that'll let you be, then like we'll be like, that's what puts you at level 5, you'll be tier of power 2, and then the second saga of this thing will start proper at some point.
Nice.
They've been.
Yeah, we
wanting
have
us
like
to
kind
fight
of kind of
Vegeta.
like the training montage where normally it'd be like the hyperbolic time chamber or the spaceship or whatever, and then the finale of that is fighting Vegeta. Cool. I like it.
Something like that.
Next question. Oh, we've talked about this a little bit. Who is the oldest amongst the heroes? I think it's Prince.
I think it's Prince. Yeah.
I think it's Prince, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
because
Prince
gods
has
live a long time.
Yeah, I don't think Prince has an official age, but it's safe to assume that he still lived several lifetimes longer than you two.
Yeah.
I'm quickly checking my sheet, but I don't think
Yeah.
I gave him it.
Well,
I think I said old question.
on my
Oh.
on my sheet, it's in question marks because Celery herself does not know,
Oh, it's just 3 questions.
but she's like 80.
So
I
Uh-huh.
have an age for V. Obviously, he there's a bit of his backstory that he doesn't quite remember, but his age is basically just an estimate, which is, funnily enough, I marked it as 26 before. That was before we actually became Team 26. So I was like, nice.
What are the chances?
Oh my God.
I'm looking at my character sheet
Oh,
now,
he's-
and I don't
yeah,
have a
he's-
lot of good information.
Yeah.
I have age, question mark, question mark, question mark, birthday, IDK,
Okay.
weight, math. I didn't even want to do that one. He's math.
Phenomenal. So yeah,
Incredible.
the oldest one would be Prince, and V is, funnily enough, the youngest,
Yup.
Yep.
All right.
aside from their operators.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, next question. For Celery, I love the little quirk about Celery not having a mouth. What made you decide to incorporate that into the character? Have you felt that it has caused difficulty in role-playing a character that can't talk? And bonus, if Celery runs out of black Sharpies, what is her second go-to mouth?
This motherfucker
That's really
cheated and
funny.
put 3 questions in one.
They were very detailed.
Okay, so first of all, thank you. I'm happy when people find it to be a fun quirk because I honestly can't remember why. Because
Why you decided that.
she's based on the very first time I made, or like the second or third time that I made a Xenoverse character. Is the first time I played a Majin, and the first time I found that face. It just made me laugh so unbelievably hard. I couldn't play the game for 30 minutes. So, but for some reason, it was like in my head, it locked in that her mouth just didn't open. And when I started drawing her for Twitch, I was like, I mean, she's me, but also not me. So like, what if she just draws it on instead of has this weird? I thought it was weird to have an indentation of a mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't know the exact reason. I just know that that's what happened. It's like when you make an OC, and then the longer you think about it, they just kind of develop on their own. And her not having a mouth was just a thing. Her actually drawing it on and like drawing different mouths happened because of this campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And figuring out what mouth represented what does it mean when she like wipes off her mouth and doesn't have one, like that kind of developed over the campaign. If she runs out of Sharpie, God save you. I don't,
Like, does she have another color that she can use, or is it just it's
God
over?
save her. No, she would panic.
She would panic.
She would rely more on hand signs. And yes, at first it did prove to be a problem with trying to roleplay her. It helped a lot that we rolled under the assumption that her partners understand what she's saying. And only like Spresso is the other one that knows what she's saying.
From a comedy factor, from like a cartoon point, I've always liked that role where like some character, where like there's the character who has a very strange form of communication, and certain other characters just get it. Steven Universe did that a bit with like Onion or his dad.
Or in
I love Onion.
There's
Sorry.
Onion. There's also like the big one, Groot.
That's
Yes,
also
I am
true.
Groot, but everyone knows what he means.
Yeah.
It's I wish I could. I do feel like I got a little lazy, and I was just saying what's on Fellery's mind, but mostly because you can only say like she hand signs this so many times.
Yeah.
Right. It becomes implied after.
Yeah, it becomes
implied.
intrinsic.
Sometimes I do think if this was somehow animated, I have no idea how she's supposed to convey certain things. But
I mean, I figure she just gesticulates, and the other two kind of like nod their head.
Yeah, indeed.
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Although it is like
What she said.
like especially on like the hug art, I've tried using a marker type brush for her mouth instead of using the same line art. So I've tried to make it look more drawn on than it does in the past.
It's looking good.
Thank you.
Nice. All right, moving on to next. I
Subtitles.
love that one so much. What? Oh, got
So
subtitle.
subtitle.
Very good.
Oh, that's good.
Cool. Next question. This one's for me, actually. Seeing as V has some inspirations from Mega Man. Oh, okay. Does that mean he has android siblings, or that he knows any other androids? So what's interesting is V actually didn't carry that much inspiration from Mega Man. Or not this version of him. My original one, like the one that shows up on my channel, does. But this one, I hadn't meant to do that, but I still appreciate the callback. I don't know that he has any android siblings. So we've seen a little bit about like his time with Dr. Lumen, and we have not yet alluded to any other androids. So perhaps, but none that he knows of. And does he know any other androids? I'm uncertain. I don't believe we met any in Conton City, did we, Cody?
Not
Oh no, we
yet,
met
I
a
don't
bio android.
We met
We
a
did meet a bio
bio android,
android.
Yeah, there was
Ocean.
the idol Ocean.
Are you denying his Mega Man ass? Okay, know what? That is entirely fair. I did forget that his whole ass
She's calling
backstory
you
is
out.
just kind of made. So no, that is entirely fair. I was thinking more in terms of design, less of actual backstory. So that was my brain compartmentalizing incorrectly. But I got you. So yes, I don't think he knows of any siblings in that respect. And other than the bio android that he met, I don't think he knows of any others that are like him, other than the obvious ones from history class, I guess 17, 18, what have you. Yeah.
I keep
can't wait for
thinking
you.
Java's an android, but she's not.
Can't
Yeah,
wait for
no,
V to
she's
get
just-
cybernetic enhancement.
Yeah.
V-Buster.
The
V-Buster may be
V-Buster.
a thing. Listen, don't think I haven't thought about it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay, this one's for Auntie.
Ooh.
I'm gonna run to the restroom. I must go.
Okay.
You're good. It says
Don't touch
Celery
me.
and Victor's choices of having their characters be a Majin and an android were pretty obvious, but what made you choose to play as a Shinjin or Kai? What kind of Kai is he, and what does he watch over?
Oh shoot! Now, see, part of this is lore that, like Dragon Ball lore. I don't really know, my dudes. Um,
I remember
do
the
know what
night
kind
we
of Kai he-
picked.
well, yeah. Let's first off talk about the night that I picked to play Kai. I rolled a dice on what race I was going to play, and then the first one I got, I don't even remember what it was, but Cody told me straight up, "We're not doing that." So I rolled the dice again,
Yeah,
and then I got a Kai.
they roll.
Wait, what was
Auntie rolled for their race because they haven't seen the show, so they didn't have anything to pick from. So they rolled, and the first thing they landed on was a tuffle.
Yes.
A tuffle from like the GT variety, and I was just like, I don't think we're gonna be going into GT's canon. So
That's fair.
yeah, they rolled again, and random happenstance landed on Shinjin.
Yeah. And then after I decided once I rolled Shinjin, like things just kind of started coming together, and I really liked who this character became. So I am very happy that I rolled Shinjin.
Now, Cody, I don't know if you can assist with that second part. Like, what might Prinz watch over, or I guess what would his role within the realm of the Kais have been before he came to Conton City? And Auntie, I guess that I'm laying that up for you too, if you have any thoughts.
I'm not totally sure on that one. Because yeah, Kais are supposed to have something going over that they're watching over, but depending on like where Prince kind of was when, I'm not entirely sure what he would have been guiding
We
over.
might
There's
have to
some-
work together on that, Cody, because like I don't exactly know like the rules of what I'm allowed to say.
Yeah, we
Like-
might have to talk to each other on that one.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Kais are one thing that don't get explored a whole lot in the show, at least not at Prince's level. And that's one piece of the extracurricular, let's call it, lore of the show that I am not as versed on as I should be. So I even need to learn a bit more about some of the outside lore about like the Supreme Kais or the Lords of Lords.
Quick kind of ad lib from Joel here. Auntie, did your inspirations for the character come before or after picking the race? Like, did you have any of these ideas in mind, or did it all really? I think you kind of said it all solidified after you picked Shinjin.
Yeah.
But just to make sure.
It after Shinjin, and then it would like talking with you guys about like the party layout. I was like, oh, it's kind of a spot for like a support-ish character. And then I was like, just think, because I told Cody from the beginning, my character is going to be based off of a literary character, and I hadn't even picked off who it was, but I was like, I'm going to do it. It's going to be my game. And this character that Prince is based off of is from one of my favorite books of all time, so it just felt really obvious.
Nice.
Makes sense.
All right, next question. This one's for Cody. What are your favorite or least favorite aspects of the campaign making process? Like story, NPCs, world building, character sheets, actual in-game
Planning.
fighting, reading, like studying, etc., or any other aspects that come to mind. Favorite or least favorite aspects of building a campaign?
Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. Favorite aspect. It's there's definitely like that rewarding feeling of just being able to build that space for people to have fun in, I suppose. Though more to go into like the more, mechanical or granular parts. As much as I don't like studying, that certain level of like when like the brain clicks just right and we dive head first into learning the system and actually like getting into it and absorbing it, it's all super cool. Getting into the right mood set to want to do that and just like dive in, that can be very fun to really just learn the guts of a game. Least favorite aspect, gotta be the planning. Gotta be the having to make up all the villain sheets for this case at least, because again we don't have a monster manual. Having to make up the character sheets, having to sit down and try to like write out the notes for the session that we're doing. So much nicer to just try and think of it all in my head and let it ride, but you gotta write that, or I feel like you gotta write down at least a little bit. And there's a certain level of tension of like wanting to keep it entertaining, because we're also doing it live, of course, which I wanted to. I wanted to do that. That's on me. And I want to make it entertaining for the people. So feeling like I have to do that makes it a little difficult. But like I said earlier, overall, so worth it. It's so much fun.
Nice.
Yes, Joel, we have a few pre-made enemies. I don't know how many of them... Yeah, I don't know if many of them got updated into the new system. Like, Raditz and Nappa and Vegeta were pre-mades. They made, like, sheets for the big boys. But, like, there wasn't a character sheet ready for a T-Rex. I had to do that one for me.
Yeah, that checks.
Nice. Okay. Next question. This one's for Auntie, or here's the thing. I don't know if it's for Auntie or for Prinz. It says for Prinz, so interpret that how you will, because all it says is, which 5 things make you the most happy?
Oh, that's so cute.
That's adorable.
Okay, so for Prinz, I'm trying to get into Prince's voice, but I haven't done it all the time. Flowers, watching the sunset, my friends,
It's hard to hit 5.
He likes stars, doesn't he?
yeah, stars, and my friends again.
Incredible. I love it.
I love it so much.
Okay. I can't actually read this question because it's all emojis, so
Wonderful.
I assume it's for Celery, but Celery, alas,
Wait,
the real Celery is not here to read it. So.
No, I'm right here. Send me.
Listen, if you can make sense of this,
Yeah,
You
send
just
me.
copy and paste it to.
Send me a screenshot of it.
I sent it in. I put it in.
Thank
Discord.
you.
There
Okay.
we go.
Well,
I don't even think that's the whole thing.
What the hell?
what are they trying to
You have
ask
2
her?
minutes to decipher
What
this.
does it mean?
So it's pointing to the right, in parentheses, the color purple and crossed swords, and then after that, a green heart and a purple heart and a question mark.
Oh, I just got it.
What is it?
I think it's asking, do you have a crush on Trunks?
What?
Trunks
it
wears
is,
purple,
yeah.
or Trunks has the purple hair and the sword. Green heart, purple heart. Do you have a crush on Trunks?
Oh.
Oh my god, that's so clever.
Damn, that was
Holy
actually real
shit.
good.
Man,
Yeah, if I could
fuck you
paste it in
guys.
here for you guys, I would show you.
God, that's so
For
good.
chat.
That's
very good.
I would say,
God.
I would say yes,
Galaxy
yeah,
brain.
she probably does, but not in a like wants to romance them kind of way. In my head, Trunks is probably the first person that ever spoke to her as not just a weird creature, and I believe when we talked about it a long time ago, convinced her to join the Time Patrollers. So she has a lot of respect for him and is infatuated with him probably, but she doesn't really think about romance, so it's not like that, if that makes sense.
Nice. I'm glad you could decipher that because I had no fucking clue.
I'm glad Cody could translate, because my god.
It took me a
Good job.
second, but I have
What if we're
the
wrong?
color purple and
The
the
sword.
swords there. I was just like, oh, fuck me, that's good.
There's an
I
emoji
got,
of just
like, the
one sword,
crush,
though. I probably would
But
have
then I couldn't
understood it a
figure out
bit
who
more.
I
My
couldn't
brain
figure out who
died
Popo
for
was.
this.
I don't know why that was so fucking important, but I appreciate it.
That was so
Good-
fucking
Thank
good.
you. Thank you for the
It's so silly.
clever entry there, whoever sent that. Next question's for me. Question for V. What's your skin made of? Is it Listen, okay, continuing. Is it real or synthetic? What's the main alloy for your skeleton? How many wires connect to your heart? What kind of chip does your brain use?
Son of a bitch,
Okay.
son of a bitch put in the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think Boone
Okay.
sent this question.
So here's how I'm kind of gonna. I don't exactly know how androids fucking work in Dragon Ball. Considering, oh, hang on, let me make sure I start the timer for myself. Because considering android was an improper term from the beginning, and they're actually more like cyborgs, I'd imagined the question sent by Boone accurate.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I imagine his skin is. Let me step back. I think V is probably closer to a cyborg than a full-on android. So I think there are some organic components of him that remain, but a lot has been supplemented by machinery and technology where was needed for him to survive.
Yeah, that's what I imagine.
So his skin is probably, you know, either real or a very close synthetic. It's probably real. It's probably real skin for the most part. There are probably some sections where it is synthetic. So like what you can see of his chest and his head and his hands, like that's all real. But there are probably some portions where he was too badly injured and had to be replaced with something. So it's either synthetic skin or some kind of, you know, plating. What's the main alloy for your skeleton? I don't know. He didn't build himself. He barely knows what's in there.
If you ever see your legs or something, like it's probably like fake skin or something like that.
Probably. What's the main alloy for his skeleton? I don't know. It's something like lightweight and durable. I want to say like titanium. So I don't know. Whatever fucking futuristic metals exist in Dragon Ball. I don't know. And I imagine it's probably not his whole skeleton, because I don't think he just has a Wolverine adamantium skeleton going on. But certain portions, like his chest cavity, obviously has been supplemented with some plating. He might even have some like in his head, some to kind of like help protect his brain. And those portions are probably something similar to titanium. How many wires connect to his heart? I don't know, man.
That was just one that I was trying to think of something.
That's whether or not he has an organic heart.
I think he canonically does not, because we've now seen inside his chest, and I don't remember Cody describing a heart.
I did not.
So. It would be bad if it was organic.
Yeah, I don't. If he may have like some kind of artificial like heart, some sort of process to keep his blood pumping, but I don't think he actually has a heart. I mean, he has a heart, just not an organic one.
Okay. Interesting.
And then I don't know how many wires connect to that shit. Probably a lot. How many veins run to your whole?
I'm not the mechanic. I'm the project.
Accurate. And then what kind of chip does his brain use? USB 3.0. That's the port. Fucking USB-C. USB-C. No, I don't know. And again, I think he has a brain, like a normal organic brain for the most part.
I would imagine so.
So, the port in the back is probably some futuristic USB nonsense. I don't know. How dare you, Joel? How dare you undersell me like that? Oh my god. Okay. Sorry for that messy answer, but there you go. Hopefully it made any sense. Let's move on. Question for V and Prinz. How did you guys learn to understand celery sign language?
That's a fantastic question.
That's a very good question.
They just did. Day one, they just got it. No,
hell no.
I think they had to work together. I don't know, Auntie, if you have a different idea, but my thought is that once they were kind of placed into a team with Celery, they didn't understand, so they kind of like had to powwow every now and again with Celery to be like, all right, so what is this? What do you mean by this? And like Celery would hold up food or something, and they'd be like, and they start taking notes.
I don't know.
We take notes.
I don't know if I'm allowed to answer.
I mean, you can.
I was gonna say, I think you were both fast learners, but it definitely took trial and error. Like you just had to spend time with her.
Mhm.
Like once you realize that she's not as scary as she looks, you kind of hung
Mhm.
around her, and it's like, oh, that's what that means, and then you just kind of roll with it. If we spent a year together, I think that's plenty of time spent together where you guys just kind of figured out what her vibe is, what she's saying. So that's the only way I can see it happening.
No, I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, I think it was a long process. Well, like we were quick learners, but still, like it's gonna be long.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
It,
I think
you
the
know, there's a
important part.
huge language barrier.
I think the important part is that your characters wanted to.
Yes, exactly.
Because there's a reason most people don't. There's a reason why most people don't understand her. They don't spend a lot of time around her. So.
And I think for Prince, he spent time like when he was by himself, just practicing the signs, trying to like put them in his memory.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, in episode 1, we did learn that he has like a vision board connecting his all the notes he has of his friends.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Nice. Next question is really, I think, aimed towards Cody, which is, are we going to get another tournament arc? Because the last one was really great.
I appreciate that. Like I said before, I was always really nervous about doing that tournament arc because I was just like, is it too soon to do this? Is it to do
No.
this with this property?
Never.
Apparently it wasn't. It's possible down the line. I don't want to do one immediately in the next saga. We might have something like that appear again. I also don't know if if the other sagas are going to be quite as long as this one, because this one ended up being longer than I thought it was going to be. 25 episodes? That was honestly more than I kind of thought we might get out of it.
Well, that's tabletop for you, and we were also learning a lot on the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a bit of that. Trio tournament, let's go. It's
Wait.
possible.
So we did have at least 2 or 3 sessions where like one move would take an hour because none of us knew what we were supposed to do. We had to find the correct page, or we had to use the Wayback Machine, or this and that, and like we're trying to make sure we know what we're doing before we roll. So that's the other reason why. If you cut out all those moments, we might be down to like 20 sessions.
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
It was a fun experience, though.
Yeah, now we can
Oh,
do
for
it
sure.
again.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And I
yeah.
think that's also part of like DMing. That's the thing you learn is like whatever you plan for, you gotta accept that it will run a bit longer than you expect.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So tournaments in the future, it's a possibility. I'm keeping it in my pocket, but I don't want to go straight back to it.
Fair.
But I'll see if I can work it out.
Cool.
Could be a much
All right.
smaller
Oh,
tournament.
Yeah.
Go
next
ahead.
question,
Yeah.
which I think we've discussed, is how did V, Prinz, and Celery meet each other?
So
And I think that was just in the academy. I think that was where they all actually met.
The short answer was yes. They joined the Time Patroller Academy, kind of met each other in that class, and were eventually paired together. It was something I asked on a deeper level, like how did we become friends? Who met who first? Who chose? I imagine that V was the one that was like, guys, they're putting us into teams. We should be a team. Like that's all I can really think of.
That makes a lot of.
It honestly does.
But beyond that, like their friendship developing is something I'm very curious about, and I wish I knew that better. But yeah, short answer, we went to school.
Yep. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Cody.
I'll just say, like, while I want to go into characters' individual backstories in the future with everyone's own personal little stories, I wasn't planning to dive too much into, like, the academy days in the story ahead. So I was kind of just going to leave that up to, like, everyone's individual headcanons, more or less.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Nice. Okay.
At least
So
that
yeah,
was
I
the
think.
plan.
Okay.
That was more me when I was doing one of the art streams, and I said like it'd be nice to have not a session, but like a mini comic of how they actually met.
would be very cute.
That would be cool. I'd be down for that.
Can't promise anything.
Yeah, comics take a while.
But yeah, that's a lot.
So,
Cool. Next question. In the new update, whenever you guys get to that, there will be 2 new alignments for your Z-Soul on top of the 3 we already have, good, neutral, evil. These new alignments are pure evil and pure good. Are any of your characters going to be pure good? Prince, for sure. Prince will be pure good.
I feel like, yeah. Definitely feel like pure good.
I think V is going to be pretty locked at good because, like, he's a fairly positive guy, but I mean, we caught just a little bit of his deep-seated anger in the last bit with Pato, so I don't think he could be pure good.
Alignment is actually...
Celery's pure evil. No questions about it.
All right. Fucking, never mind. I'll just...
Sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
I know you couldn't.
What were you saying?
In my head, this theory of alignment of like good, neutral, evil, that's actually a secret challenge that Celery doesn't realize she's working on. Celery wants to be good, but she doesn't always know what that is. Which is why when she was having those conversations in the epilogue of like, sometimes a person reminds you of what you could have been if you hadn't met the right people. I imagine she was a lot more aggressive somehow. She was more aggressive and uncertain and not doing wholly good things before she met you two, but it was not because she was doing them because they were mean. She just didn't know how things worked. So she's still figuring that out. There is a chance that she'll stick to good, like neutral, but if she manages to figure out the right path, is able to learn the right things, she could be pure good. I think her potential for being pure evil has already passed. She's not going to become that anymore.
How about regular evil?
Nah. Nah.
So where would you say she is right now? In more of like a neutral shifting towards good, or is she like solidly in good right now?
She's probably like at the first tick of good, like right after neutral, and that is thanks to her partners. Kind of teaching her the right thing, but also showing her how good it feels to do the right thing. That feels a lot better than, you know, punching someone in the face and taking their lunch money or something like that. Like, yeah.
Stop taking people's lunch money.
Well, she did as soon as she realized nobody pays for food in this universe.
Yeah, she's like, wait, this isn't useful.
Yeah, so that, I don't know if she 100% knows that that's a battle that she's dealing with, but that is the entire underlying motivation of me creating Celery, is figuring out where she's going because she's still learning how to be a thing.
Very nice.
So.
Excited
That's
to
cool.
get there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Next question. Will the Dragon Balls become important later in the campaign?
I need to know. I need to know.
Cody, what? Tell us your thoughts.
I need to know if Dragon Balls are going to be a thing.
Not at the moment.
Damn it. No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've told a few people this. Like, I've got a few, like, storylines in mind for the future. Like, a few different concepts that maybe need a bit of fleshing out, but some ideas. None of them, for the time being, involve the Dragon Balls in any way. There is a possibility of that in the future. There's, some circumstances that could come up that maybe need the Dragon Balls, which could be interesting. I'm kind of leaving them in their place of just, like, they're there if we need them. But I don't want to, or at least right now, I'm not writing a story to make to center around them.
That's fair.
A ball stability.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I have thought about that question in the past of like, what would we wish for if we had Dragon Ball?
Ah, yes.
But
Yeah.
that's a very loaded question. So
I mean, there's always the possibility that it's like a Namek situation or a dire situation where we need them just to fucking survive. So
yeah,
we may not get what we want.
could be one of us dies.
Could
It's
be.
possible.
I hope not.
I mean, I think that would be the thing to do if someone actually beefs it. Well, time to get the Dragon Balls.
That would be the way. Maybe an NPC dies.
Oh, that's fair.
Cody.
Friggin'
Choose
That makes
carefully.
me worried, Cody.
no.
Choose which NPC
Keep that in your back
carefully.
pocket. Use it. I think we got at least time for one or two more questions before break.
Okay.
Yeah.
This next one's pretty okay. I like this next one a lot because I like fusion. So,
Ooh.
will we get to see fusions of the Team 26 members? And the question, I don't know. I don't know how fusion works in the system, but that would be fun.
It's a mechanic. I don't know if it's something that we have to. Here we go. So there's. Here I'll look at fusion.
There is fusion built into the game. We have to learn a bit about it.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's like two people have to have the same aspect in order to fuse, or what have you, or if it's something that like you just learn the technique. I have no idea.
Oh.
There is a possibility. Kenshin reaction. That's not his name, is it?
No. Live Nishiki reaction.
Nishiki. To let you know, there was a question earlier about transformations. Was just asking, like, I think it was asking what ones we're looking to in the future, possibly, or will they play in the future? Short answer, yes. Possibly, probably even in the next season, we'll introduce a few of them, hopefully. And which ones it's going to be, that's something we're going to try and find out.
We did go into more detail a little while ago, so you might have to just check the feed on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to go back and check the VOD for it.
I guess the real question is, if we were able to fuse, would we actually do it?
That one we'd have to learn about this. That one we'd have to learn about the mechanic, and it would probably be later in the show, like in higher tier of powers.
Yeah.
But I would leave that entirely up to your guys' decision.
I feel like.
I mean, I think V would be down.
I feel like Vince would be a very pretty character.
Vince.
Oh, Vince. I was like trying to figure out who Vince was for a second. I forgot.
Come on, it wasn't that hard.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But my brain was like, who's Vince?
So would it be Valerie or Cellar V?
I like
V is
Cellar
kinda
V.
cute.
I love Cellar V a lot. Well, I guess and people keep saying V8 would be our actual name.
V8.
Yeah,
Oh
tomato
my
juice.
V8 is so good.
I'm not opposed. Well, that
I think.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, continue.
Ah!
You first.
Okay. And there's also like whether or not there are two different fusions as well. I don't know if there's only one version for the game's sake, or if there's two different types like in the anime.
I mean, there's a whole. We'll have to review the page because it looks like there's a few varieties, a few options for it. So
Yeah.
it'll just be a matter of understanding it and then deciding if it's something that we want to do.
Yeah.
I am down for it. V would be down for it. So I guess it's just we'll have to wait and see.
I also say I leave it up to them. It would have to be something to learn if it's game breaking or not. That might also change my mind on some of it, depending.
That is fair.
But we'd have.
I mean,
to
I think we'd have to see. If I were to throw my hat into that for just a second, even if it like broke the game, I don't feel like it would be something that we would just say, all right, every fight we're gonna fuse.
That's true. I feel like we don't.
It's something to bust out like maybe once or twice for a cool.
Yeah, for a season.
Yeah.
Thank you for 69 and the stock market.
Yo.
I think the possibilities are really crazy to me. The Vince sort of combination. I'm like, that's basically a giant magical cannon. But like, if Celery's agility and V's power fused. Oh my fuck!
Be dangerous.
That would be
hell of a beast.
We would look so janky, but we'd be so powerful.
I'm sure there's a way to make it look cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure
and
this
then
way.
and then I don't know if there's like a three-way fusion.
Probably not.
I don't
That
know.
would that would probably
I
get
don't
a little
think
messy.
so. Also, character design-wise, I don't want to think about it.
No.
They did have three-way fusion in that weird Fusions 3DS game. I didn't play that one though, so I don't know exactly how that happened.
Ooh, you take the highest score of each fuse.
Each fuse.
It would be the highest agility and highest force modifiers. Oh my god.
Interesting. We can look into that for the farther future.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of Celery and Prince, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of power to offer.
The lens.
I'm really fast, so like maybe you'd be able to dodge more, but I don't.
Yeah, that might be.
I don't know how much power I'm actually giving to you.
Calorie.
It's like
Calorie.
Calorie. It's like tier of power 3 or 4. So yeah, I'd be a while away.
If we take out some
anyway.
of the middle letters, it's just pray.
God, that's not bad.
Well, okay. So guys, we done good. We cranked through about half of these questions.
Hell yeah.
So
we did it.
We're rolling. So I think that's probably a good spot for our break. Before we get into the next one.
That sounds
the next
good
one's
to
gonna
me.
take a while to explain. So cool.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Give us 5 minutes, guys. We'll be right back.
Let's go.
5 minutos. Goodbye.
Bye bye. I just wanted to restart the song. We're back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Hey!
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Heroes of Conton City post-mortem Q&A, where we're talking about aspects of the show over the first season, what we liked, things, thoughts that we have about the future, and answering your questions about it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You sure are.
If we're all ready, we can go ahead and get into the next question.
Ready.
Think so.
If you guys could explain 2 ideas each that define your character and everything they do, what would they be? So I
Oh,
guess
that's a
two
good one.
core ideas behind each of our characters.
Interesting.
Oh. I feel like I described one of Celery's core ideas earlier.
Which is the idea of growing in her moral compass, I guess.
Yeah, not really knowing what a moral compass is.
Figuring that out.
Definitely figuring out. She's only 80. She's still figuring out life. And
I think she's 60. Wasn't she born specifically in the year 800?
okay, yeah, it was 60. Okay, so she's only 60.
Well, she's practically a baby.
And I think she's only been humanoid for 20 years. I think.
Okay.
So, developing a language was definitely different. Yeah, so one was like trying to figure out what is the right thing to do. Do I want to do the right thing? Answer is usually yes. The other, the in my primordial ooze era.
But no.
Oh, God,
Alright, get out of here.
hold on, I got maybe this. Hold on.
Cool.
And
So yeah. So one of those is just like, learning more about what it takes to be a good person and kind of building in that. What would you say is another
realizing what kind of person she wants to be.
Hmm.
And it's like the same as life, right? You find the people
Right.
that you think are amazing and you want to be like them.
For sure.
Which is why
And
she's turning out to be more of a good person.
For sure. And what do you think is like the other idea behind her? The other core idea.
The only thing I can think of is that it was just something I thought about, because Prince and V seem to have backstory, like characters in their life. They meant something to them, they lost them, so they're cherishing what they've got. Celery never had that. So her other aspect is that Prince and V are those people for her. And after hearing the stories, like after understanding the concept of loss and not having those wonderful people in your life, she's dead set on protecting them and keeping them in her life.
Oh.
So those are her 2 main points as a character.
Very cool. What about Prince?
So I think the first one is like this idea of taking care of and like nurturing the bonds that you have, and how in a way you're responsible for the other people around you and making sure their lives are good. So and in a way we kind of started like backfiring a little bit with Prince in the fact that he feels responsible for Pato. And
Oh no.
that it but at the same time I do think it's still important, this idea of like forming bonds, keeping those bonds strong, helping people when you can help them, making other people's lives better with your actions.
But hopefully also learning that those bonds are not solely dependent on you.
Yes.
There has to be a reciprocation. Like that's what strengthens the bond.
Also like an appreciation for like the little beauties in life, like through his flowers, through looking at the stars, through just the little tiny things that bring him joy, and how to cherish those moments.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, I think V shares a lot in common with Prince, but it's a little different. So, the two core ideas behind him are one, that he wants to do his best to protect the people around him because of elements of his history. He feels that because he has, power and the ability to do so, he is somewhat charged with, making sure his friends are okay. So that's why he's very willing to just throw himself in front of anything. He's not too concerned about his own well-being over others. So he has a very strong drive to protect. And the other one is that he really just wants to experience life as much as he can. Kind of in the same vein, part of his backstory has urged him to go and see and explore and try new things. So he's always very excited to, he likes fighting, so he's excited to try himself against new opponents, but he's also invested in just living life by trying new foods, seeing new things, and he can kind of get wrapped up in just go. So I think part of being with Prinz especially, but also Celery, because of introducing us to meditation, has helped him to kind of slow down and just kind of take things in more carefully. But I think in general, the two cores of his identity are, the protector and the adventurer.
Yeah. Okay.
That's cute. I mean, the last part.
Yeah. I think that was the best way I could sum that up.
That was really good.
So, our next question. Oop.
I'm sorry, I keep yanking these headphone cords.
How dare.
You're not involved.
Next question. Are you guys going to elaborate? Oh, I think we kind of covered this. Because it asks, are you going to elaborate further on character backstories? I'd love to know about Celery's life as a slime and what happened in the tournament. Where she got her current form. For V, I'd love to know about what his life was like with Dr. Lumen and what happened to him. Yeah, we'll get into that,
we'll
I think.
Get there.
Yes, we will.
For Prinz, I'd love to hear about where Prinz came from and learn about his old friends that he's lost on his journey.
Yes.
So,
we'll definitely be going on there later down the line, and that's one of those other things that I need to talk with you all one-on-one about and discuss what we can do with that.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure anybody remembered that
That one off little comment.
It was like a 2-second thing of like, oh yeah, I walked in a slime. I walked out not a slime.
I'm very curious about that myself.
We probably will, and it's very hopeful that we can. I'm curious about Prince and V.
We'll sit down. We'll talk with the architect, and you guys will get some more juicy backstory as we go.
Might take a while, but we'll get there.
We'll get there. It'll be worth it. Cool. Next question. So we did accidentally kind of brush on this. But what would happen if one or more of the heroes died in combat? Do you guys have a plan
we would
in case
cry
that happens?
so hard.
I don't think we have a plan.
Well,
other than apparently get the Dragon Balls.
Yes, DM willing, yeah, it might be a yeah, we could, possibly bring in a new person to the team, but with this group, I don't think there's a universe where they wouldn't fight to get the Dragon Balls first.
Right. I think having a sub character in the interim would make sense, just to kind of step in and help out. But then, I think the ultimate goal would be to revive the fallen hero.
Yeah. God, it's a possibility, and I love tragedy as building story. But I would cry if any of us died.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Mostly because I'm imagining the other team members and how.
Unless we all beef it, and then we just get to go have adventures in Otherworld.
All right, guys.
That's also possible.
let's run on Snake Way and just.
Let's go.
God, if we all beef it.
Assuming you got to keep your bodies at this point.
Oh,
listen,
we're
heroes, right?
I mean, 2 of us have pure of heart. I've actually been considering if possible, changing that, because I don't know if Celery is at Pure of Heart, technically. It's later thoughts.
Thoughts for later.
All right. Next question. This one's for me. Question for V. Why the blue coat? It looks good on you. Aw, thanks.
I love the compliment.
So the blue coat was a gift. It was something he received from his old friend, Dr. Lumen, back, in the early days. I don't know exactly why he was gifted the coat or what its significance is beyond that, but it was a gift. And so he wears it. It's a fairly sturdy thing, so it's become part of like his general battle attire.
Mm-hmm.
But he mostly wears it out of memory for his friend and its usefulness, I guess.
Was there a particular reason you wanted to have a big blue coat on him when you were designing the character?
I just love that design aesthetic in general. Like long dusters are fucking cool, man.
Oh,
so
yes, absolutely.
I don't have a lot of rationale behind that. I was just like, man, I would love it if he had a long, cool coat that could just like billow in dramatic moments.
Makes sense. I dig it.
I still have V's original concept he sent me before I drew him.
Oh shit.
And it's adorable.
I've got that kicking around somewhere.
Yeah. Did
So,
you,
yeah,
did you yourself draw
Did
that?
I what? No, I drew that. Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. I wasn't sure.
I'll also be drawing the update here whenever I get around to it.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh my God. That could be a whole other question in itself.
looks
I
stylish.
definitely want to
Which-
change Celery's
Which, speaking of, the
attire.
code is not going anywhere, but it may look a little different in season 2.
Okay. Yeah, we want to do a little costume shift in season 2, right?
Yeah.
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 Awesome.
Other than the neckerchief, Celery's entire ensemble might change.
Ooh. Okay.
Well,
Are you going to give it
we're out of the
sentimental
starter armor
quality?
era,
Ooh.
Yeah,
so
it's true. All right.
All right. Next question. Very cool. Question for Pato. What?
Whoa.
He's not here.
all right, asshole.
All right. I guess. So the question is phrased as if directly addressing Pato. So I'll let you interpret that how you will, Cody.
Okay.
It says, question for Pato. What do you think about Caracal? She's the sweetest, right? Did you know her before becoming a time patroller? Oh, okay. So did Pato and Caracal have history before meeting in the time patrol? And what are his general feelings towards her, I guess?
The in character question would probably be to make a dust cloud and run away. They did not know each other, I don't think. They might have passed ways at the academy a few times, maybe, but they were just kind of assigned together. What he thinks of her, it wasn't at first like she was just looking to be the best operator she could be and wanted to be as helpful as she could. And in doing so, that made her like very helpful to have around because he had an ambition that he was trying to accomplish, and she was there to help whoever she was working with to help achieve their goals. So like at first, just very coincidentally synergetic. And he had a respect for her because she was so talented at what she did. Of course, over time, there was definitely a little something that grew more between the two of them, both from like respect for each other and their respective talents, and just like, I suppose you could call it friendship.
I don't see him hanging out with anyone else.
It's true.
So-
True. We didn't really see them hanging out though either. Other than random skirmishes in the square, we didn't really see Pato much outside of.
That's true.
Yeah.
Although there was that one incident with the bandits, and he was like, no one fucks with my operator," and we were
Yeah,
like,
that's my opera.
okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I shipped them pretty hard.
Yeah, I do too.
I did
I can
I
see
did
it.
not send in that question, I promise.
Fair.
But I
Someone
probably
did,
shipped
and we'll
them the
get to it
most.
eventually.
Was there something romantic? I mean, possibly. Obviously, they were, for lack of a better word, infatuated with each other in one way or another, and possibly something a little beyond that. Even though the
Ooh,
idea of a
okay.
relationship with a Namekian is definitely a interesting one to
Interesting.
go about.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there
Listen,
could
if
be
it's up to
something
the
there.
internet, it can happen.
It is true.
Oh, hold on.
All right.
There goes the music.
Probably a good opportunity to. Oh God, don't play that. Oh
Yeah,
no.
I know.
That was
It's fine.
definitely the
I
right
paused
note.
it. I paused it.
How's it? I've got the
Uh,
next question queued up whenever we're
Budokai
ready.
options.
Oh,
Ooh, okay.
I could do option. That's another 15-minute one. I'm sorry. Should I play that now?
How dare you?
Okay,
Options,
first
options.
of all, fuck you.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
I figured for
Right.
this one we'd leave. I figured for this we'd probably leave most of the battle music out.
Aw.
Yeah, maybe
I
not.
love them, but it's
No, you're completely right. Anyway, go on.
All right, so cool. Next question. I think it was probably sent by the same person because it's phrased in the same way.
Okay.
Question for Boone. How did you
Aw.
find such a remarkable interest in technology? Also, which technological field is your favorite? My money is on robotics. So, how did Boone come to discover her interest in technology, and what field is her favorite?
good question. How did she come about actually finding that one? It definitely started just from like her having such a remarkable intellect from such a very young age. Most other things that a lot of children were interested in didn't quite hold the same level of appeal because they didn't have the same mental stimulation. So she definitely made it a point of searching out things that pushed her brain a little bit harder. So a few academic fields, the scientific ones specifically, and yeah, robotics are probably the one that she has the most interest in. Where that started, it's a very good question. Probably, honestly, something like their parents bringing home like robot toys for them at some point, and the two of them would play with those together a bit. And eventually, she got into the idea of like trying to modify her toy and making something wild out of that, whatever that might have been. And eventually that interest just growing into learning about like, oh, robots are like seeing real robots around the city doing all sorts of things, and just wanting to learn more about that field and what she could add to that world.
Very cool. I like it.
So yeah, she was very much kind of like the born genius, kind of like, cartoon archetype is what I was wanting. I wanted to have one of those, like the young child genius.
There were a lot of things that she
prodigy.
did that reminded me of my cousin. My first cousin, she just graduated high school yesterday. God. But when she was 1.5 years old, she figured out how to take apart a dog cage and then put it back together.
Holy
my gosh.
crap!
And yes, she
Impressive.
and her brother are geniuses.
Damn!
I think she's graduating a year early in high school.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
And also-
you do not hear that too often.
Also, I think she's as
You don't?
tall as Seth.
She's what?
She's as tall as Seth. She's a very tall
my
girl.
God.
Jesus Christ.
She's badass.
Jeez.
Nice.
But yeah, similar vibe of like, I watched her just. It's one thing to pull it apart, but something intricate with like little screws and like caps and stuff, and then she put it back together, and I was just,
My God, that's
what
ridiculous.
the fuck?
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it was cool.
All right, speaking of wild, this next question, get your brains ready because I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I posted it in Discord.
Oh.
Okay.
Another one. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
Another one.
Thinking
This one is
for
also
the-
made up of emojis, and
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
quite smart enough
green
to comprehend.
Question. Oh God, this is a
Green
long. I love
leaf,
this.
up, scared, really scared, question mark, pause, spider, question
Spider.
mark, blood. Oh,
Blood.
what is celery
It's something
afraid
like, what are
of?
you afraid of? Maybe.
Oh,
I don't
maybe.
understand
What
the
is
leaf.
celery afraid of
I
most?
think that's supposed to represent like vegetable. So like green vegetable. That you
Green
come up with
vegetables.
celery because celery
Ghosts.
might not have an emoji.
Dentistry, I think, is number.
Yeah, I think dentistry.
And cheese.
If I'm reading
Interesting.
this correctly, I think this means like they're wondering, and this is the symbol for celery.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what the 3 up symbol means, but
I think that's saying like your
Pause?
number one greatest fear.
Okay, what is my number one
Maybe.
fear? And then they're asking also like, are you afraid of spiders? Blood? What is this green thingy? A snake.
Green,
It's a snake.
green
Go-
vegetables. I
So
think.
she's not afraid of spiders, not afraid of blood. My God,
No,
That would
my
be a
God, she's
problem.
not afraid of blood.
there's a clip in the next highlight where she's not afraid of blood. Just trust me. And, I don't think she's ever seen a snake before. I don't think she's afraid of ghosts. I think they seem chill. I guess that one is like dentistry. She doesn't have teeth
So no.
that you know of.
So no.
Now you know. Oh Christ.
Oh,
So,
boy.
no. Even if I'm not confirming or denying that she has teeth, but even if she did, the dentist couldn't get to them.
Fair.
Oh, I hate that.
You're welcome. So,
I guess what is something that Celery is afraid of?
What's her biggest fear? And if I can do something tangible, not something,
something tangible.
not something existential like the loss of a friend or something.
I
No,
was
like
gonna
something-
say once she understood what the concept of loss was, she's terrified of losing her friends.
Not that though.
But not that.
Not that.
Okay.
Something tangible.
Is there anything that she is like frightened by or unsettled by?
something that she's unsettled by?
An interesting thought when you think about it.
For the time being, no.
Okay.
There is nothing that she's
All right.
afraid of right now.
She doesn't understand what fear is, at least not in that sense. She's like,
Not-
this weird
not
little
in terms
bug,
of a
it's fine,
tangible
it's
object, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
cool.
I'm sure there's going to be something that shows up that does give her that first feeling of being really unsettled. But it has not happened yet.
Let's see if we can find something.
Yeah.
Cody rubbing his hands together.
Cody's got
How do
some
we
ideas.
traumatize somebody who has resting traumatized face?
Exactly.
Accurate. Cool. Next question's for all the players.
All the
If your
beans.
character could pick any character to fight from the campaign or any other Dragon Ball media, who would you pick?
Oh.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Oh, I gotta think about that one.
Yeah, that
Because, I
was-
mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who would be like, yeah, I'll
I-
fight you.
Yeah.
But who specifically would he fight?
In terms of the campaign, I know for a fact Celery really wants to do a rematch with V.
Ooh.
Okay.
Out.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. She's like, I gotta. For right now, that's definitely the best test of her abilities. Outside the campaign, I have to think about that.
Yeah, I mean, V is also down for a rematch. He's hyped for that. Someone that he wants to fight? Let me think. We fought Raditz plenty.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he does want to fight Vegeta. I think he's genuinely
We
excited
were
to
excited
give
to
that
fight
a shot.
Vegeta. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He wants. I mean, it's not gonna happen, but he'd be like, "How far can I get if I in a 1v1 with Vegeta? That would be fun." If not Vegeta, I mean, obviously, here's the problem with this question is I feel like I could say anybody of particular strength and he'd be down.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out if there'd be any special significance behind any of them.
Could be an NPC that we have, if any.
It's true.
I think it would be fascinating to have a fight with Spresso.
Oh yes.
Ooh.
I
okay.
think it's like more of a rivalry, a positive battle. But I always thought like it'd be great to see Spresso's abilities because he's a Saiyan,
He is.
Mm-hmm.
and we have no idea what level of a Saiyan he is. So
Well, does Prince have anyone in particular that he'd like to spar with?
who would you really like to be friends with?
That's the thing. Like, Prince wouldn't necessarily want to spar with someone because, like, he'll fight to help people, or like if that's what he needs to do, to make a friend or something. But he's not like the fight isn't his goal.
Yeah.
but who would he want to be friends with? Like everybody. He really, obviously, like he really wants to heal Pachi.
Yeah.
But also, I think he would like to go closer to Caracal.
That makes sense.
There's some more.
Maybe
nice
talk to
players.
Ocean again. He enjoyed his fight with
Ocean
Ocean.
was cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine, like, from the franchise, like
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the franchise, like Prince and Goten would be like cuteness overload.
Oh, that would be great.
That would be great.
Little Goten.
Yeah, the baby Goku.
Oh, baby
Oh.
Goku.
Yeah, tiny
I'll
Goku.
tell you what. I have a thought. I think V would like to fight Cell.
Oh, fuck
Ooh,
yeah.
okay.
I
The
can see that.
supposed ultimate android. He's like, let's see.
You know what? Unless we find something beforehand, witnessing Cell would probably unsettle Celery.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah, pretty disturbing.
Remember the time I drank that guy?
That was fucking weird.
Oh my god.
I didn't ask to be made, Dad.
Oh god.
Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. I think are we good to move on?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see more new characters in the next arc? Or are you planning on fleshing out the cast of characters we already have?
I hope to do both. I don't think I've got too many new characters to add in other than like the villains. But we do have I do have a few to get added in, and I want to flesh out a few more of the ones that are already there to be sure. So yeah, a little bit of both ideally.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's cool. And I mean, V has expressed interest in like training with or sparring against Shinmo, so there's opportunity to see more with him. And obviously, I'm kind of curious what Carakel's going to be doing now that her fucking
Caracal.
fighter is out of commission.
Yeah.
For now, I mean,
So I'm curious to flesh out more characters, but I think you have a real knack for creating interesting characters, so I'm curious what
Yeah.
else you got in the tank.
Appreciate that.
I can imagine, I mean, our characters are able to go to Earth at any time. I can imagine us, like, visiting Pato and checking up on him at some point.
Yeah,
Being like, hey,
that's true.
how was the slammer?
How's prison?
How's Person? How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, bud?
That is a possibility.
It wouldn't be right off the bat. I mean, I think in-game it needs more time to cool off, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Next one's gonna be mostly for Cody. Question for Espresso. How long have you worked in the Conton Cafe, and how are you so fast and skillful? What is how long has Espresso worked in the cafe, and how is he so good?
A question for Cody.
It is technically
Fucker,
Eric's
it's my
character.
I mean, Cody play. I mean, I guess
No, yeah,
you
no.
did help write the lore on Espresso, so question for Cody and
Yeah.
Celery.
No, it's fine.
So the cafe was, if I remember right, the cafe was new. Was actually only open like a week before you guys started.
Yeah.
So for owning his own business and working in the cafe just the week before you guys started working in the Time Patrol.
A grand total of 3 weeks now.
Yeah, just about that.
Yep.
Has he done work like that in the past? Quite likely, I would imagine. Not sure where or how, but at just some point he's done something like that. And how is he so fast and skillful? He used to be a time patroller before he started this gig. He was working in the Time Patrol for quite a few years, and he got very, very strong in the process of doing that.
I thought you were gonna say it was the candied espresso beans he ate.
There's also that. He does eat chocolate-covered espresso like M&Ms, so...
Oh god. I have a question. What is Espresso's tier of power?
I haven't made an official character sheet for Espresso yet.
Once you have, I would love to know. Just want to know.
I'll say at least off the top of my head right now, at least tier of power 3.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good.
God, God.
All right. Our next question is for the scoopable blue Scrimblow, also known as Prince.
That's me. Okay.
It's like, okay, I know who that one is.
How can your body handle all of those triple shots of espresso? Also, do you ever have trouble getting on roller coasters?
Oh.
I was drinking.
Well, I think the coffee one is God's bodies are different than every human body.
Accurate.
So,
That's accurate.
my metabolism is very different. Roller coasters, I basically just go on the kiddie ride at Dragon Ball Disney World. I don't know.
They do have a few theme parks. One was shown in the history of Trunks before the androids blew it to pieces.
Yeah, I can only go on like kiddie ride on that one. Like the roller coaster that looks like a caterpillar. Yeah. That's my favorite.
Yes.
Incredible.
Perfect.
Excellent.
All right.
Perfect. So good.
Fantastic. I love it. The next question is for Caracal. How did she become involved in time patrolling, and what's the story behind that butterfly that she wears?
Okay, I can actually share some of this. So for Caracal, sorry I don't answer these in character voices, but that feels weird with Erica
That's
right
okay.
here next to me.
I am right here.
Yeah, so Caracal, obviously she was living on Namek for her entire life. I figure she's also like 21, 22. Most of the rookies are pretty young comparatively. But she was living on Namek most of her life until a group of Earthlings traveled there, because that becomes a bit more. I think that's a bit more commonplace in the future. You know, transportation around the universe.
Yeah.
So one day a group of humans kind of wind up on Namek, and she meets up with a human girl about her age. And the two of them become pretty quick friends. Namek or New Namek? I think it's just New Namek now, isn't it? Remember this taking place in like
860 or something.
yeah, around like the Xenoverse timeline. So original Namek is long since gone, and they never did get it back. They just went to they just have New Namek. Unless another Namek appeared in the Dragon Ball Online setting. I wasn't sure on that. New Namek. I'll say she lives on New Namek. And yeah, like a little convoy of humans just traveling around land there. She meets this girl who, like, they become fast friends, and that girl takes her back to Earth. And when she lands on Earth, that's when she first kind of learns about, for lack of another term, girl culture. Like all the girly stuff on Earth, and she kind of falls in love with it. So that's when she kind of starts going by she, and the first thing she learns that she really loves is just butterflies. They look so different than the insects on Namek. She just kind of becomes like instantly infatuated by them, and they just become like her first little piece of Earth that she like takes on as like her own little, I like this now. This is a part of my personality.
Well, I figured it might have
Very
been
cool.
a transformation symbol for her as well.
A little bit, yeah.
That's true.
She's become something new.
And so how did she end up at the Time Patrol?
That one was just kind of another thing that sort of fell into her lap. I bounced around that one. I used to think that like the group who came to Namek happened to be Time Patrollers. That might be true. I'll be honest, I never fully solidified that idea in my own head. But
Okay.
I think that would kind of add up. Like it was Time Patrollers wound up on New Namek, and she learned about them, and as a part of that came to Earth as well and learned about Earth culture and how much she liked it. If not that, it was something she learned about at some point while being on Earth. Apologies, don't have that one fully solidified.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Now, what's funny
That's
is our
okay.
next question is also about Caracal, so this one transitions quite nicely, which is, how do you guys feel about the reception of Caracal from the fans? She's one of my favorite NPCs in the campaign, which I think
Aw.
says a lot. I think the reception's been generally positive. I think
Yeah.
people really like her.
Hold on. Is this picking? Okay, I might be far away.
Oh,
I have not seen a single like bad comment or an actually kind of shit. And it's all been very positive. No, we have not had any fans that have been like, you shouldn't do that, blah blah blah. So reception's great.
Yeah. Yeah, thankfully those people haven't found us. And so far, response from everyone has been very positive, and that's a real relief for me, because I did kind of feel like taking a chance with including her in there. But yeah, people really seem to like her and respond well. So that's been very rewarding and comforting.
yeah.
We would kill
cool.
for her.
We would.
All right. Dang. Okay. Next question is also based about Caracal.
Caracal is.
We're on a roll here, but I mean,
I think I know
thankfully
who
it all
might
kind
have
of rolls in
something
together.
better.
So, what is Caracal gonna do now that her partner's in jail?
I don't know. That might be something that chapter 2 answers. Well, unless you have a thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cody.
Well, I mean, I imagine because she's not directly responsible, like, I think the only thing that Cody would know for sure, but I'd imagine that there might be some sort of, I don't know what kind of penalty the Time Patrol would inflict, but maybe the excuse would be like, hey, you should have let us know he was kind of off his rocker or something. And she might just get like, a brief suspension and then put back on duty with a new partner would be my guess. That's just a shot in the dark.
Yeah, I kind of forgot to mention it in there, so I'll bring it up here. She didn't really receive too much of a punishment because when interrogated, Pato was incredibly insistent that he acted alone on that one.
Wow.
So she wouldn't have received any major repercussion for what he did that day. As for what she's doing now, or what she's going to do next, she mentioned that she's put on like a week of leave or something to kind of just think to herself and be alone for a bit. After that, I don't want to say because it will come up in the next season. Like it will be addressed it should be addressed pretty quickly.
Awesome.
Nice. I like that. All right. Next question. When is Team 26 going to get their flying licenses?
Yeah,
That's a good question. Architect.
I wondered if it was just going to be the joke that we never did.
No, probably next season. It's not a much like the game it comes from. It's not really something that's worth holding out for too long.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably, it didn't need to be there in the first place, but I thought it was funny.
It was kind of funny.
But yeah, probably next season you guys will be allowed to fly in the city.
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay,
You got to be tier power 2 to get your flying license. All right. Next question for Cargo.
Oh, cargo.
Oh shit, okay.
Question for Cargo. Do you get to treat heavily wounded people regularly, or is your job more up and down when it comes to that? So I guess it's like, is it always dealing with life-threatening injuries from Time Patrollers, or is there more of a steady, influx of minor injuries as well, or just kind of take it day to day?
In their infirmary, it's kind of just a, take it day to day kind of deal. It's just whoever comes through the door. So, like, sometimes, yes, it tends to be people who are pretty battered up from whatever job they were just in. Sometimes it's just someone who needs a little something extra before they finish recovering themselves.
Okay.
And they're also pretty new in there, because they're also rookies. So him and Ichi, they both tend to, they're still in like they're not taking the really bad stuff by themselves yet, that's for sure.
Cool. Next question is also a follow-up to that, which is for Ichi. Can you elaborate on what Cargo just said? So, I don't know how that would. I think that was a, set
I
in
guess-
character, so I don't know.
Maybe,
Yeah.
How that
maybe
would
it's
read
more
as a
like how does
regular
Cargo
question.
see his job and how does Ichi see her job? I don't
That's
know.
a good way to put
Probably.
it, yeah.
Although I think they understand the characters because Cargo probably just would have said something like, not really. And then, okay, now Ichi, can you go deeper than that?
Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Those are supposed to be in character. Sorry if I'm disappointing anyone.
That's all,
It's all
I did
good.
in the campaign.
Next one's for the coffee crew.
Hell
How did
yeah.
the coffee crew meet each other, and do they hang out with each other outside of work?
So this is where I do kind of have to be a little careful because again, like 2 of the coffee crew members aren't my characters, but
3.
3 of them.
4.
I wasn't counting.
4. Okay.
Celery's
Yeah.
like, I will
Sorry.
I
guard
wasn't
my
counting
property
espresso
like
on that
a,
one.
Oh, okay, my
like
bad.
a ravenous dragon.
No, I'm not ravenous. I'm just keeping track.
I wasn't counting espresso there. I was just thinking of the 4.
No, that's fair.
So yeah, as I've said before, Mocha and Latte were original characters to Auntie's design, though they've let me play with them quite a bit, which I appreciate,
Yes.
friend. In my mind, all 4 of them have just kind of been friends since they were kids. Like they've been a really tight-knit group since they
Oh.
were in like elementary school.
Frapp mentioned that in the stream. He
Yes.
said
Yeah.
that they've been friends since they were little kids.
Yeah. So like they just met each other like being in elementary school and they managed to like stick together ever since. So like when someone learned about the Time Patrol and they wanted to join, the rest kind of followed suit. And do they hang out together? I think so, yes. They still manage to be like a close group of friends. So yeah, they all still spend time together outside of work as well.
Nice. I'd imagine so. They seem pretty tight as a group.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Celery, next one's for you.
Okay.
Can Celery change into other colors, green, red, or yellow?
By
Celery change
Dragon-
her base color.
Yeah, by Dragon Ball lore, no. She's not even supposed to really change color when she changes emotions or anything. I just did that for fun.
You can play with your own little
I
space.
I can play with my Play-Doh, yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't think so. No, like she couldn't change her base color to whatever she wanted. It's just she turns like pinkish red if she's mad. She turns purplish dark red if she's in fury. She gets a little bit of yellow hues when she's blushing or embarrassed, but that's the extent of color changing.
Mm-hmm. It's very much emotion tied.
I'm a chameleon.
Celery. Anyway. So, what's interesting is the next question is for Broly, who hasn't been here. But essentially, is Team 26 ever going to fight Broly?
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Oh god, no.
I kind of hope so, but also, oh god. I don't know if that's in your plans there, Cody, but
It's not in my official plans, but like good chance it'll be a parallel quest at some point way down the line.
probably a long way off on that one, yeah.
Yeah, I've said before, at least off screen. I don't remember if I said it in a show, but like I don't want to put too many of the actual characters in the main plot. They're like the show's characters are mostly relegated to parallel quests, so they can still like be involved and the characters can fight them and have fun. I don't want to put the canon characters in the plot because I want this to be about like, this is our character's story and it should involve them. And I also don't want to give them the ability to just be like, man, this is really tough. Let's just get Goku to do it. That'll solve the problem.
Yeah,
That's
understandable.
fair.
So for the most part, the actual characters of the show will mostly be uninvolved in the main plot of our series.
Okay. Next question. What does Cinemo do in his free time when he's not working?
Ooh. Good question. I haven't thought so much about that. cook.
He does cook. We know he cooks.
He does cook.
But-
Yeah, he is the sort of the dinner maker in that household.
Now, is that a passion or more out of necessity?
More out of necessity, but he does enjoy doing it. And it was something his mom taught him to do, so he does have a fun time doing it. But it's more so out of like, someone's got to make breakfast in the morning.
Fair.
And it sure as hell is not often going to be Boone. I like to think she sleeps in a bit.
I believe it.
But I like to think he's a bit of an avid reader. I like to think in his off time he likes to read books and magazines and stuff. We've established that Boone is a bit of a gamer, so she does that a fair bit in her off time.
Good taste, very good taste.
Oh yes, absolutely. So the next question's actually pretty... Oh, unless you were... Sorry, we still had a couple minutes on that if you wanted to talk more.
Other than that, I'll just say, like, the two of them do hang out a fair bit from time to time, but when they're in their off times, like, separately, I like to think he reads. I like to think he's a bit of an avid reader.
Okay. I guess, since we do have a little extra time, what do you think Boone does? And do either of them have friends outside of Team 26?
So, like I said, Boone, she, her off time, she likes to game a fair bit. Or just tinkering around with electronics. Restoring old, like, computers and shit like that.
Yeah.
As for, do they have friends outside of the group? I feel like they would have a handful of them back on Earth. But I don't know if they've made too many friends in CONTON, or like, I don't know if they've gone out of the way to make a whole lot of friends in CONTON City itself yet. Mostly other than you three. And like a few acquaintances, relationships. Friends of friends kind of deals.
Nice. So, all right, gang. We have a question for our players, which is question for Team 26. Can each of you say what you like most about the other two?
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Who wants to start? Everyone goes and then says nothing.
Auntie, Auntie, you go first.
Yeah, Auntie, go.
Okay,
go
cool.
for it.
Prince likes how passionate V is about things he wants to do and fighting and about goals. There's a lot of like strength in V and his personality. Celery, he my brain just shut down there for a second.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair.
You know, that was an anti. My brain just was like green. That was good. Look how green.
Yes,
you are.
thank you.
No, he likes your creativity with his act. Your creativity in terms of like the art that you've been trying to make, and like the way that you have to kind of like with people in ways that aren't super obvious. So the tenacity that's involved in that and the growth that you've been showing.
Aww.
How sweet.
That's so sweet.
Hey, person.
Hi, Varsa.
Hey there.
I guess I'll hop in next. So I think what V likes most about the other two, he admires Prince's compassion and general willingness to be friends with pretty much anybody. Like Prince is just so uniquely, I guess, approachable in that respect. He's just there to help, and the admires that a lot. In Celery, I mean, Celery is something of a rival, so he appreciates her competitive spirit, even if they can both get a little too into it at some points. He does appreciate having someone he can bounce off of.
Oh, ha.
But also, like, I think also her creativity, because sometimes she'll just come up with random ideas where he was not ready for it, but then he's like, that's such a good idea. Or like, I don't understand it, but I appreciate it. Like the whole colored pencils thing. I was like, what?
Oh yeah.
He was like, I don't know what this is, and then we got to see what it ended up being, and he was like, oh my God, I love it. So yeah, I think her competitive spirit and creativity, and Prince's compassion and genuine care for other people.
Nice.
It's so sweet.
Go bestseller.
What? For Prince, I mean, she likes both of these characters because of in their entirety. I'm trying to figure out how to simplify that. Just looking at Prince, like, it's just a sweet face and a very wholesome, happy vibe. And also, all of the colors that you wear, she loves how colorful he is. But she just looks at him, and in her mind, it's like, you can't look at this person and not be happy. Gotta get a very sweet face, and you just know, like, beyond the sweet face, they genuinely, like, want you to have a good time and hope that you're okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
With V, it's it's very similar. Like, I think I don't know how to word this without it sounding weird.
Just go for it. Send it.
She's definitely, it's a rival thing. Definitely enamored with who V is, and how strong he is. And in my headcanon, he's the person who taught her that you can fight a person and it's on friendly terms. Not everyone who tries to fight you has to be an enemy. So it's definitely that. And she has also been in awe and has noticed he's a very cheerful guy in his disposition as well, but it's that whole quote of, do not take my kindness for weakness. She has seen the switch flip and she thinks it's incredible. And she wants to be a lot like that. Well, I mean, she wants to tone down the anger and use it more practically. But yeah, she's just both of their personalities. How much they affect her and other people just by being in the same room with them.
Oh,
There you go.
How sweet.
I'm touched.
My heart.
My heart is so full.
Aw.
It's explode.
It's explode. You need that though, right? Or can you get a replacement?
I can just get a new one. It's
okay,
fine.
alright, cool. You got a warranty?
Yeah, I got a lifetime warranty on it. Speaking of lifetime warranty, what do you hope is in the new system? That's the next question. So I guess that means, like, what features or things, like, what are we hoping for in 0.9? And I'm not quite sure right offhand, because we've heard a lot about how features are going to change, but I haven't really given any thought to what I would like added or what I would like to see.
Is there any mechanic that you took issue with that you would hope is changed a little bit, or anything that you hope has maybe been improved?
Yeah, I think the one thing is, like, it would be cool. It's not necessarily like a mechanic, but something that I think would benefit, especially Cody, is a builder, like an NPC builder. If there's any way to make that more streamlined, so that coming up with characters can be easier for him, and also give him more tools to play around with and do cool things. Besides that, anything that I would, I'm not sure. Because I feel like it already offers so much. That's the thing. It's like I don't think I've played a system that offers so many different options and in such variety. So it's like kind of hard for me to be like more.
There is a lot. Yeah, there is a lot of variety in this game that is really impressive. I'm interested at least to see. I feel this way about a lot of RPGs, but I'm interested to see what they've done with grappling, if anything, because I feel like that one's always a tricky one to work, as we've learned.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what or if they've done anything with that. Because that's always tough to do in any TTRPG system. Auntie, Celery, any thought there?
Oh, crap.
There's a quick play adversaries thing. Ooh, okay.
I'll answer that later. Shit.
One moment. Got a quick thing have to take care of on this end, I think.
Well, good news, kinda. My session that I was worried about later has to be moved.
Oh, shoot.
So now we have plenty of time today.
It's all right.
If it does
well,
go
we
over
only
time.
have like 4 more questions, so
Oh, wow.
we'll be
Yeah,
all right.
but like, we don't have to worry about them going over time or anything.
Going
like that.
over.
Oh yeah, we no longer have to worry about time.
But they're
stipulations
trying to
on
move
these.
it to next weekend, which is Father's Day.
Oh,
Ooh.
boy.
And
Yeah.
also, we're celebrating 2 birthdays that day.
Oh, Christ.
So I have to tell them.
Yeah, oh my
well,
God.
Seth's birthday is this coming Wednesday.
Oh, God, that's right, it is.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted by that. I will answer him once our stream is over.
That is fine.
What was the question?
Could you,
The question
repeat
is,
that,
what do we hope to see in the new system? Any features, tweaks,
Right,
changes? Yeah.
Right. I agree. I hope this is not a like, oh, they should have done this. This is more of a, I know you guys probably will. You just need more time. But I agree with V's comment of hopefully there'll be a few more tools that'll be helpful for the DM, but also in that way it will be helpful to us too.
Yeah.
So the organization on the website is going great. We just need some more tools for Cody not to die.
I think I just had a thought. Something I would like to see would be maybe more established teamwork mechanics. Maybe they are in there and I just haven't seen them, because other than the assist mechanic, I can't think of other things that specifically allow 2 characters to share an action in that way.
Oh, yes. Something to do more
So
with
that would be cool.
That would be pretty sweet, yeah. Auntie, anything that you would like to see different or new from the system?
No, not that I can really think of. Again, like everyone has said, there's just so much that there's just so much that we already have access to that I can't think of anything that I would really want to see.
That's fair.
Okay.
Gorilla point out there is a quick play adversaries thing. I'll have to look more into that, but that sounds awesome.
For sure.
Before we go to the next one on the dock, I love Marcen's question, and I want you guys to answer that.
Okay.
Your character has to wear something fancy. How good are they at making up such an outfit? What is it, and how comfortable are they wearing it?
Ooh. Okay.
Interesting.
V will not be good at coming up with it. Like he dresses mostly for comfort. So when it's like, oh, I need something fancy for a formal event, he's like, what do I wear? So he's not good at coming up with it. So he would need like Prince's help to figure out what that would be.
I was gonna say
what it would probably end up being would be, I don't know, probably some kind of suit, I guess.
Yeah, I could see V rocking a tux.
I could see V in
could
like a nice shirt with a blazer.
Ooh, that could work.
Not
Yeah,
necessarily a
V
full
with
suit,
a
yeah.
Yeah, like dress clothes and a blazer, and so that's probably one of the. And how comfortable are they wearing it? Not. He's not at all.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I
Or
was,
me.
I was actually gonna say the same thing. Celery, we've already seen that happen, where she's not quite sure. She wants to look appropriate, so she doesn't really. If it's something out of her normal day-to-day life, she doesn't think of comfort immediately. She's just like, what do I wear for this thing? What do we do? And she will usually call Prince. I don't know.
Prince is the fashion
Is-
friend.
So I guess
I mean,
could-
look at him. Are you going to argue?
Yeah. I guess if I could ask, when it comes to like super formal wear, would Celery probably be more of a dress girl or a suit girl?
Depends on the day.
That's fair.
I could see her
Depends on the
rocking a cool like power suit, but I can also see a day where she's wearing like a halter top dress. So
Okay.
I just imagined all three of us strutting up like in clean, sharp suits and sunglasses, and I'm like, I need that art now.
God.
That is actually really funny.
damn it, V.
Not from you necessarily.
But it's gonna.
And it's got-
It's gonna be a thing. Oh shit.
How about Prince?
What about Prince?
Prince is super comfortable in formal clothes.
That tracks.
Mm.
Prince is fairly comfortable in a lot of different. I think he is the fashion friend. So not only is he designing Celery and V's wear, he's also designing his own.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Not quite Verity level fashion, but like he's always smart.
Mm.
Stitch by stitch.
Prince is your goat.
All right.
Awesome.
So our next question, where is it? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I don't know if we actually kept a tally, but I guess we'll just have to guess. Who got the most kills and who got the most final hits
Oh
in
yeah,
combat?
well, in some cases,
Well, not keep track.
we weren't killing them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying
Oh,
to
it doesn't
think.
say, yeah.
Battle by battle.
Or last hits, though.
Our first
That's
one.
why it also says that.
Our first one, I remember Celery taking out at least one Cyberman. But I don't remember. We had 4 Cybermen in that first battle, and I don't remember how many each of us killed.
Yeah.
I know for sure Celery killed 1.
What's funny is I think for the most part, V does a lot of damage, but doesn't usually get final hits or kills. I think
Funnily
it's
enough,
usually
they
just-
do
I-
seem
that is
to
what I
believe
noted.
him.
That is what I. Well, because he's doing a lot of the damage, but it might not be like close enough to the number 0 is all.
Yeah.
Prince has taken out a lot more than we think.
Ironically,
Oh, yeah.
Prince has gotten a lot of final hits off on enemies.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I might have the most final hits, but I do think
Yeah.
that's funny because
Okay.
I don't do the most hits.
Yeah.
I know for sure V has taken out Nappa both times.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, Prince helped the second time at least,
Oh, yeah.
which is that's one of my favorite.
That's
That's one of my favorite like battle takedown moments. Was the magically charged victory spear that took out Nappa
Yeah.
after piercing through his power flare by like 2, I think.
Yeah.
Yup.
That was so cool.
It was
Yes.
tight.
There was another one where like he beat a power flare by 1 point, but I think that was Pato.
That was cutting his tail off. Yeah.
Yeah. That was also a good one.
Yeah, that was one of the that moment with Nappa, I think, is one of the most like hype conceptualized moments I can think of from it, just because God, that was crazy.
If we were to take I've seen most of the VODs, and yet I couldn't tell you who had the most final blows. What would we guess who has the most?
For the most final
I mean,
blows,
I'm guessing Prince for final blows.
I think it's Prince.
It's probably Prince.
Yeah, I
think-
do think.
Yeah, I think it's probably Prince.
Which is just very
I
funny.
mean, God knows
It's-
Celery and V are trying.
I mean, it's funny because usually Prince either goes between them or at the very end. So usually they've gone in there and done their shit, and then Prince just comes in to clean it
And
up.
blasts them.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. I just come in and get
I
that
just
last
started
little bit
blasting.
done.
I just started blasting.
Start
my
that
little Thai
blast?
But the thing is, usually those hits do deal shit tons of damage regardless.
That's
he can't
true.
stop
That's
critting.
true.
That's true.
Yeah, because he can't stop rolling fucking 10.
He's got a 20% crit rate.
Amazing.
It doesn't help that Prince does have the easiest crit range of all of us because
That's true.
Prince can crit on 9s too.
Yeah.
That's also true. That's also true.
But still,
And that's come in handy quite a few times.
we've had
Oh yeah.
I think we've had 2 streams where they couldn't stop rolling 2s though, and they're just like, I would like to not roll a 2.
Yeah.
I would like it if that
would like
didn't
to not.
happen anymore.
Yeah, I do roll quite a few 2s. It's either
Yeah.
10 or 2.
Yeah.
It's just
I think
those are my
There's
2
no in
ones.
between.
But it was hilarious though, in our second to last stream, the Prince getting, I forgot how many crits in a row, and then V having how many botches in a row.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
That
was
was
funny.
wild.
And
that
then-
that was in episode 24. I remember. I'm
Yeah, it
like,
was the
God
second
damn
to
it."
last. And then we started the final battle with Prince critting initiative, V botching initiative.
Yo,
It was
oh, what a time to be alive.
just a little funny. Just a little funny.
All right. Our next question is interesting because I don't think we actually had a lot of established ships in the show, but
Ah,
the question is, what is your favorite ship?
of course, yes. I'm so glad someone asked it.
Don't we
I'm
only-
so
Now, I
glad
don't know if
got
that is
included.
actual or hypothetical, like in terms of ships.
Oh,
so, I don't know.
Could be either.
A ship can
Could
be
be
of
either. Let's start with
characters that
actual
aren't-
and then maybe
Yeah.
hypotheticals
Yeah,
after that.
who's everyone's favorite established ship in the show? Which I
Well,
don't
how many
think we have
establishes are there?
too
'Cause
many.
there's-
We only have
There's-
2. We only have 2 established couples.
We only have 2.
I would say I'm really rooting for Pato and Caracal, but they've got like tragedy, like I don't know.
They've got the
They
drama.
got the drama. There you go.
Drama. They gotta work through some shit.
Yeah.
I do really like. What's the coffee crew?
Yeah, mocha and latte.
Mocha and latte,
Mocha latte.
and then Frap wants to be a thing with Java, but it's not happening for him right now.
Not right now.
I believe in Frap and Java.
Or for the last
I
like
believe
20
in-
years of his life.
You believe in Frap and Java?
Mocha and latte are also very cute. I do like them.
I think because they're kind of mine. Mocha and latte is my favorite, but honestly,
fair.
I love them all so much.
It's the height difference.
I've got 2 hands. I can ship 2 ships.
I got 2
I can
hands.
hold 2 ships. Okay.
But it's fair if your favorite is yours.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
As far as like non-canon ships, I have no idea.
Like potential.
I also
ships.
do not. Yeah. See, I would put Pato and Caracal in that potential category because it's
That's
not.
true.
By Cody's own admission, it's not yet there. But like, I think it's got potential. I could see
Hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you're right.
What do you think the wildest ship?
Is there a crack
The-
ship out there? Do we have enough? Do we have enough characters to have a wild ass crack ship?
Yes. So Prince and the Chef Cyberman.
Prince and the Chef Cyberman. Is that what you said?
Yes.
We're
my
both
God.
short. We're both good at cooking.
That's about as cracked as it gets.
that
It
is the crack ship. It feels weird because it feels like none of our player characters are looking for
Mhm.
romance.
Mhm.
I would
So to
imagine not
speak.
so much yet.
So it feels weird to do any shipping there.
Right.
Even with NPCs, I don't. I don't know. I hope Cinemo finds
Yeah.
someone. He's a nice dude.
Yeah.
I
It's
really-
nice dude.
I want him to find somebody. I ship
Cinemo is-
Boone with her career.
There you go.
Excellent.
So,
I could maybe see like Cinemo and Caracal. That might be a thing.
that could be a thing.
Very, very hypothetical.
Yeah. It'd be very wholesome.
Yeah.
And a celery with a significant other. Wow.
How
Okay.
would she express that?
Damn.
Wild.
One, I don't think she doesn't. I can't tell if she doesn't understand the concept of romance or if she's just not looking at all. She really likes her. Yeah, thrill of the fight.
Like, thrill of the fight. Accurate.
I don't know.
So good.
I don't. She's either not looking or doesn't quite understand like that kind of bond. She is very attached to friendship bonds.
Mhm.
She's obsessed with that and like loves the feeling of those. Has no intention or not really looking for romance. So if that ever happened, even I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Like, same thing. I don't think V's not actively pursuing any kind of relationships like that.
Yeah.
It's not out of the question, but the character who would fill that role has not appeared to him. So
I can't
it's
imagine
just-
who
there's no one.
would.
I don't have a suggestion or any ideas there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would not introduce a character. I'll let you know up front. I would not introduce a character with the express purpose of trying to flirt with any of your characters.
Thank
That
God.
would
Thank you.
That would have to be a you decision.
Why do we need to flirt
That's
when
fair.
we can fight?
Okay, we're on our second to last question, and if we have some time after that, we can open it up for a couple more, but we'll see.
Yep, or
Okay.
we can just sit and chat.
All right, that's true. All right, so this question: what would each character's theoretical preferred final transformation, like power level 30, be?
Oh, we did talk about
So what
that.
theoretical final transformation?
What would you like? What would you like your final form to look like?
I want to say it, but I don't want to say it.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to admit to that one
Yeah.
here because it does feel like.
It's too early.
But we could, but it would be better if we actually got to that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
So-
I really don't want to
yeah,
insinuate anything because I'd rather just keep it a surprise for when we get there.
Because
Yeah.
some of those could
If
also,
we manage to actually follow the route that we'd like to go.
yeah, if we manage to actually fall in line with that, we'd rather it be a surprise for you guys.
because some of those could also be potential spoilers.
It would be
Yup.
giant spoiler.
Yes, giant spoilers in a few
Yeah.
cases.
Well, because
Yes.
like anytime our characters take steps towards it, like through the campaign, like the people would already know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Right.
like, yeah. So
That's true, yeah.
We appreciate that question, and trust me, we're hyped about it. We've already thought about it. We have those ideas, but we would rather keep that to ourselves right now.
Yeah,
We must keep our secrets for now.
we'll get there one day, and it'll be crazy.
It just means you
It'll
have
be
to
great.
watch us for years. Hope that's not
And
a
if for some
problem.
reason, yeah, no, I hope you're all down for that.
Indeed.
And then our last submitted question is, what are your characters' favorite movies?
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I've actually thought about that.
V is actually an admitted kind of action movie buff, so we did talk about
Yes.
that.
Yes, he is.
So if I have to pick an actual movie that I think he really likes, oh boy.
Yeah, I guess it would be an actual movie for the sake of this discussion.
For the sake of this example, Dragon Ball Z Super Broly is freaking.
That's such a good
I
fucking
mean,
movie.
yeah.
What is that movie actually called? I forgot.
Is that a documentary in this world?
Its actual name is Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Okay, yeah. I mean, obviously that's a pretty good one, but otherwise,
That would be a docu-series in this world.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
That's just history.
Are all Dragon Ball movies just documentaries at that point?
That's-
But you can still enjoy that.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think he does very action-oriented movies. So think Bullet Train or John Wick.
God,
Ooh.
Bullet
Yeah,
Train's
John
amazing.
Wick.
Ah, Bullet Train is my jam. I love that.
Bullet Train's very good.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of Mad Max Fury Road in there.
Nice. Kicks ass.
I'm curious about Prince's movie choice.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out.
How about celery?
The funny thing is, I kind of had this thought, a while ago, where I was like, she does have a TV, but she turns
Oh,
it
yeah.
on and watches certain programs. I don't think she knows what a movie is. She's never sat down and watched a movie. Or if she has, she thought it was a program on TV. No, yeah. If she liked movies, it would probably be something like Bruce Lee. Yeah, definitely.
How has she made it 60 years?
She didn't have many friends until a year ago.
That's true.
She's lucky she got a TV.
I'm so proud of her.
Nature documentaries for Prince.
Oh, that would be
Yeah,
cool.
nature documentaries. Lilo and Stitch. Or just not just Lilo and Stitch.
Yes,
Ohana means family.
perfect. Oh my god, that's perfect.
I thought there
It's
was
very
more
good.
going on in Celery's head. You know,
Nah,
you give her too much
it
credit.
can be a complicated space.
There are certain things that you don't expect her to think complicated about, but she does. And then when you ask her about basic function, she's like, "What's that?
What is it?
Can I eat it?" Like,
I need it.
I don't know. Celery thinks
I
everything
mean, in
on
Celery's
TV
case,
is-
more than most, I feel like that answer was yes.
She's not that bad. I think so far she's only canonly turned it on for like yoga and like stretching programs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, as soon
did
as V
think
figures this out, he's gonna be like,
Well,
all
that-
right, it's movie night time.
that was
Come on,
something I
let's go."
thought about. I was like, has he ever mentioned that he watches movies? Because Celery doesn't know what that is.
He
It
will
came
now.
up one time, I think, when after like a long night, everyone like had a relaxing time, and you just like fell asleep watching TV. And he came in and told Cinemo that he watched a action movie that was really good. So I think it came up once in dialogue.
Yeah.
I could see her being distracted by the upcoming mission and not noticing though.
Also possible.
But yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, the second you tell her like, "Yo, you know what movies are? Yo, I've got action films," she's gonna lose it.
I'm gonna blow your fucking mind.
Yeah. Yeah, that is something I don't know why I thought about that, but I did.
That's fair.
She doesn't know what movies are.
We got some good choices there, I gotta say.
Oh yeah. All right, gang. Well, that brings us to the end of our list. Pretty much right on the dot.
Hot damn.
Yeah. But Celery
Good
does
job,
try everything
team.
she sees in movies.
Let's
and
go.
TVs.
All right. So yeah, I don't know if we have any like thoughts about moving forward. Things that we wanna. Now that is kind of an interesting idea. Is like we've talked about what we might want to see from the system, and I'm curious if there's any specific concept or encounter that anyone would like to see from the campaign moving forward. Like, is there?
Good question, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you guys hope to see from me specifically? Or anything that you anything that you hope we get to like explore or do for in the next season?
I kind of like the idea of there being like maybe an element of exploration to it, because usually it's just kind of get in the pod, go do the fight, pretty direct, which has been really great for learning the system. And I think getting into 0.9, even though things will change, we'll have a pretty good grasp of how the game works. But I would like maybe more challenge-based segments where we actually have to navigate the world before we get to the fight. Maybe there are hazards or
Interesting.
a more adventurous element before we get to the actual throwing of hands.
Okay.
Frenzy Spawn said maybe a Potara fusion or something.
Yeah, we talked about fusions. We talked about potentially doing stuff like
Well,
that.
We talked about it, but like fusion as a technique, I mean, Potara would be different. I could see there being a mission where it's like you have to do this, but then it breaks after whatever. But fusion itself seems like such a high level thing to do, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think where we landed with that's probably a much later concept to get into. Remains in. However, I think we were just kind of talking about fusion at a bird's eye view. However it happens, be it Potara or the dance or whatever else could happen.
Yeah.
Like hell, Celery. V could just be like, Celery, I don't know how this is gonna go, but I need you to absorb me for a little bit, and then
Oh my
spit
god.
me back out.
You know how
And then spit me back
I
out.
feel like that would become so existential.
That would
It'd be
get
really
weird
weird.
fast.
But I'm
Funny,
down
though.
for it. It could happen.
But anyway, I think that is mostly a later concept.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to see more like world exploration or dungeon exploration, stuff like that, to kind of help fill out that sense of adventure.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously it's kind of hard because we're in parallel missions and we're kind of plopped right where the enemies are. So I don't know how we would incorporate it, but it would be kind of cool to see more, like our characters are actually able to move around and explore some things before immediately jumping into battle. I just understandably know that that's kind of hard to do in this franchise.
It can be.
Yeah.
I can try and think of something to... I'll keep that in my mind to try and think of, like, how might I be able to make that a bit more organic or a bit more diverse?
Yeah, I mean,
It will
I
depend
think
on the
there's room
maps,
to
too.
play around with it in the parallel quest, but also I think in the overworld too, because it could be like, so and so's gone missing on Earth. We have to go track them down, which is like a whole thing that may or may not involve like investigating and searching through canyons and cities to like find people, and then maybe there's I don't know, who's to say?
Yeah. I think
There
we'll get a bit
I
of
think
that.
there are possibilities outside of parallel quest too. Was
I-
the short idea.
Yeah, I think we can get something like that in there.
But that would be cool. I think that's my main idea. Because there is this whole like slew of skills that we have at our access to. Obviously, we don't use stealth that much. It's been more like allocated to acrobatics, which makes sense. But there are other checks and other ideas that open themselves up to a variety of scenarios that I think it would be cool to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be interesting. Oh, I did think about that if we had... we had that in Pato, but an adversary that's causing trouble in the scenes in our actual Conton city. So someone's stealing a time scroll and we have to get it back.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fun idea. Can't wait for the Ginyu fight and the nonsense that will ensue from the change technique.
now.
I
Find
did
the
also
imposter.
think I don't know how, because there's different ways that it's happened in Xenoverse and in Dragon Ball as a whole. But the thought of one of us being taken over or manipulated is a scary but interesting thought.
Oh.
Like time control mask or just like magic manipulation, what have you, or body change, God forbid.
Mm-hmm.
Awful.
Yeah. So like that would be interesting. Be kind of cool.
That would be interesting.
A few of these are thoughts that I have had in the past. A few of these are really good ideas that I'm definitely going to keep in mind.
Find the imposter. Oh god.
Yeah.
We play in game Among Us.
Yeah, we show up on the moon and there's a dude that's like 3 feet tall in a suit. Just, damn it. If we fought on the moon, that's not a thing we can do, I don't think. But damn, that'd be cool.
Probably fight on a moon.
Fight on the moon. On a moon.
You think if
On
a
a
werewolf
moon.
went to the moon, he would always be a wolf?
Oh.
Maybe?
Okay.
I mean,
He'd
maybe
be
if he
dead
stays in
because
the light the whole
there's no
time.
oxygen on the moon.
Well, I'm
but-
going to send him up in a suit, obviously. I'm not a monster.
I'm not a monster. Oh
Hmm.
god. So I think that's all I can really think of.
Yeah, there's tons of like what ifs that could happen, but I definitely don't want to. I don't want to throw out so many that Cody can't do his own plan. You know?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Well,
I want to see where
I-
the story goes, so I don't want us to like
Hmm.
run out of time because we've been throwing so much shit at the wall.
No, these are all proven to be pretty helpful. A few of them were ones that I've kind of already thought of, or at least have ideas to
Okay.
for in the future.
Sweet.
Now Knuckle Dragon does propose an interesting idea. So
Yeah, I
a
see
parallel quest where it's just a quiz show, which is very fun. But that also does give me the thought of like, there can be parallel quests that don't involve combat, that have some ulterior objective
That's
besides
true.
beat the shit out of something.
That
Um,
is true. That could be interesting.
There's one where it's like, gather the Dragon Balls and take it to the ship. Everybody loves that mission.
So much.
Everyone loves it.
That one's so much fun.
One could just be a like, Dende's not where he's supposed to be. Get him to safety. like
We have to
just like
escort
yeah,
them.
like an escort mission instead of a total battle.
That's true.
Of course, I thought of Dende immediately.
Little green.
That's true. That opens up some possibilities.
There's so many possibilities. It's time,
There are infinite.
and like I think there was something I don't think I asked it on stream, but I also
What's that?
wondered. Well, presumably because we're time patrollers, there aren't other timelines of us, are there? I thought it would be. Unfortunately, I think it'd be too wild and weird to implement it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I always thought, like, wouldn't it be weird to find like an evil V or an evil prince, or like just a completely different mindset of our characters in a different
That would be
mind?
interesting.
It's like it just, it's a wormhole in Conton City, not in the time nest.
Right. I mean,
but
there's
it might be
your
too
possibility
wacko.
for find the imposter. Someone from an alternate
Oh, yeah,
evil
yeah.
timeline shows up.
The evil. It doesn't always have to be like the evil timeline, but just a timeline where like that character is different. Something led them to look entirely different, to think entirely differently. It doesn't always have to be evil, but it could still be destructive.
Yeah.
So, but that it's pretty wacko. I understand that. And that's all I got. I can't think of anything else right now.
Fair.
I think that's all right. I think we've had some good ideas here, and obviously we'll talk more about stuff like before we move into season 2 and Cody gets his plans together. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So thank you everybody who submitted questions. We had a really good variety and some really compelling ones in there.
Yeah.
Thought provoking.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
It's good. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I was blown away by the number because
There's so many.
it jumped from like a couple to 51 in the span of like a day.
Yeah.
So I checked it
just
yesterday
went-
and I was like, all right, we got a few in there. We can fill out time. And then I checked this morning and I'm like, God damn, okay.
Someone went absolutely hog wild on that, and I
Oh, yeah.
appreciate it.
I think a couple
Same.
A few
did, yeah.
people, yeah. A few people just had a
Fam.
lot to throw in, and thank you.
What were you
My
saying,
question was
Seller?
critical to the lore.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
for sure.
What was that? Oh, what was I gonna say?
Oh, whoops.
No, I don't remember.
I think I was just,
that.
but thank you for the questions.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. I was just gonna say, I appreciated these questions bouncing from mechanics to NPCs to players, because I think we got to give more insight to our even some things about each other that I didn't 100% know. So it was nice to, hopefully for viewers as well, to learn more about our characters, stuff that maybe couldn't be caught on or wasn't as easily conveyed during sessions.
Yeah,
So I really appreciated these questions.
absolutely.
This was
so
really
much
fun to
fun.
do.
Well,
I think.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I think this is a nice way to close out season 1. Get some cool details about it, and hopefully build some hype for season 2.
I
Yeah.
hope so, and I hope the excitement lasts. It might be a little while before we actually get into it, but
That's fine. I got a ton of shit to draw.
yeah.
It's the same with any like long running
Yeah.
show. You have a break between seasons. It'll be a few months.
And yeah, you
that's
gotta-
okay.
It's very important that we have time to like rest our brains.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's important to make sure we have time to rest, for Cody to plan to make it as good as he can, and for us to really think through how we're gonna respec for 0.9 and
Yeah.
get everything ready.
Respec. I'm excited to redesign as well. I want to take a nice amount of time and figure out what Celery's gonna wear.
For sure. Same. I'm excited to work on V's season 2 fit. And in the meantime, we will still be getting the highlight videos from Joel. Our
Yes.
fantastic editor, Joel.
Yes. That madman. Keep an eye out for the stuff he puts out for us, because it's all incredible.
Yeah, I will usually put it, I've taken to streaming the video on Twitch so it can reach more of you, and then it's officially uploaded to YouTube like seconds after that
Yeah.
to make sure everybody gets to take a look at it. So I will usually send out a little note of like, hey, new highlights is up. And then we'll do like a watch party, and then it'll just be on YouTube if you miss any of that. So, there you go.
Yeah.
How do we handle the new character designs for the heroes in Chapter 2?
I mean, the intro.
You know, good question.
We'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out. I think for the most part, it's fine that the designs are the same for the intro, at least. Unless
it could
I
be,
don't know.
It could be like halfway through the intro or right at the end. It shows us in our new armor, because it's fine to have an intro that shows what we've already gone through.
That's true.
Yeah. An intro that highlights moments and then kind of sets up for, you know, maybe not sets up for things that'll happen or spoils anything, but, you know, kind of establishes the new look would be cool. So. Yeah,
well, it's not like the opening can, like, have season 2 stuff in it when we don't know what's happening.
I mean, Cody could just tell Joel something. So you can, like, I'm going to give you some bird's eye view scenes that don't spoil anything, but then Joel knows a little bit.
A lot of the intro is flashbacks. I think the end and beginning can show the new designs. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that would
I
work.
think that's fine.
Oh, there's my favorite.
There it is. Yeah, I think that's a good compromise, Joel. I like that.
I think that works out really well.
It keeps saying that there's a new message here, but there's not.
Oop.
Sometimes Discord freaks out like that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I had that happen this week earlier. It sucked. Drives my OCD nuts.
Oh, it's so crazy.
So, gang, what's the week ahead looking like for everybody? Celery, what's your schedule? And are we going to be meeting up next Sunday since it is Father's Day? We kind of glanced on that earlier.
About that.
Yeah.
I know. If it was just Father's Day, I probably could have worked out like a dinner plan, and I would have been fine. But we are also celebrating my sister-in-law's birthday and my husband's birthday, so
Busy day.
busy week.
Busy day.
Busy week. But yeah. So Sunday we will probably not have a stream. When we get back to it, we'll probably hit a Budokai again. It'd be kind of nice. We'll either go back to Budokai 1 or hit up Budokai 2, whatever you guys want to do. I enjoy listening and watching that. So, in terms of this week, tomorrow, there's no stream tomorrow, that's Monday. Tuesday is Tuesday, so there'll be a poll. I'm trying to I have a couple of ideas for other games. I'm just trying to work out the kinks of those games to make sure that I can actually offer them and put them on the poll. So we'll see what I play that day. Could be Hades 2, could be some other indie horror games that I'm willing to play. We'll see. Ones that I know I can handle. Wednesday, as long as everything's cool, we'll be playing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, continuing my run.
Nice.
And then Thursday, unless you reach out, V, I'm probably gonna do another art stream.
Hey, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll be Heroes. We'll see what the contents are, but it would probably be an art stream.
Okay.
And what's your week looking like, V?
All right, so here in a couple hours, I'll be getting back on my Sonic Adventure grind. Now that I've had time to de-rust, or like really not de-rust, but like polish a fast Knuckles run, I'm gonna go real quick PB in a regular Knuckles run.
All right.
See how long that takes. And if we manage to hit that goal by a fair margin this stream, then either I'll play some other Sadix today or keep learning Sonic Adventure 2. Tomorrow is more Speedrun Monday stuff, so we will be continuing to learn SA2, trying to improve that, maybe going a more level-by-level learning approach to make sure that I can execute, some cooler stuff and hopefully shave off some time. No stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We should be back for Casual Thursday playing Earthbound. I unfortunately bungled my schedule a little bit this week and had to postpone. Sorry, gang. But should be good for this week. And then next weekend, I don't believe there is anything happening until next Sunday, which I may also be postponing for Father's Day. I'm not sure yet. I gotta see what the plan is. So stay tuned. But yeah, otherwise today and tomorrow we'll be streaming Sonic as usual, and then I'll keep you updated throughout the week.
Nice.
Sweet. So what's your week looking like, Cody?
Uneventful for the most part, I think. Especially online.
Gotcha.
And
it's
all right. Take a beat. Chill. Have a
I
good
don't know
time.
what to do. It's like, I'm going to play some Minecraft this week.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Not stream it. Just
Yeah.
for me.
That's it.
This one's for me.
Nice.
No, I just figured I'd ask every now and then.
Well, thanks.
Because I love you too as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that was fun.
That was a good time. I'm glad we did this.
Very. Thank you all who came by to hang out and to ask questions. This was super appreciated. This was a good time. Hope you all enjoyed.
A nice self-indulgent time, but we're really grateful for you guys.
Very.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, looking forward to the future. We'll get there eventually.
Here's to season 2.
So, until then, have a great rest of the weekend, a great upcoming week, and take care of yourselves. We'll see you later.
Take care, everyone.
Adios.
Bye.